It's a bold statement, Cotton.
I mean, that is a bold, bold statement.
Pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, you know, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there.
Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Here they are, your Snider Panthers.
Hi, football fans, and welcome to SAC football here on Redeemer Radio. Tonight we're broadcasting live from Snider Spooler Stadium as the Snider Panthers defend their keep against the Bishop Luers Knights. Before we begin tonight's broadcast, let's send it back to the station for an opening prayer.
Starting at tight end, number 88, Jacob Krieger. Starting at split end, number 1, Justin Gaston. Starting at split end, number 16, Janarian Moore. At left tackle, number 77, Jack Sweeney. At guard, number 51, Michael Murphy. At center, number 73, Ben Rectons. At right guard, number 55, Will Good. At tackle, number 62, Hugh Swoop. Head coach tonight, Mr. Kyle Lindsay. Tonight, we acknowledge all the Snider senior football players.
Actually, that rain can help.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into SAC football here, broadcasting live from Spooler Stadium. I'm Sean McBride, sitting along Matt Geely up here in the booth. On the sidelines tonight, we've got Eric Pete and Nick Gray. Matt Geely, it is the Game 9. It is the end of the regular season for the SAC here, and these squads come into tonight's contest with a little different, they both want a W, but there's objectives to this game. What is your gut telling you about these two squads tonight?
Sure, starting with the home team, the Snider Panthers, they still have a shot to win or at least take a share of the SAC championship. With a win here tonight, they got to take care of what they need to do, and then they need some help from around the city. So we'll keep an eye on a lot of games around the city tonight, as there's a lot of implications as far as who will take home that bell. Now on the other side for Luers, what a great test Coach Lindsay and his group have here right before playoff starts to face one of the better teams in the city and really one of the better teams in the state. It's going to be a long time through the 3A playoffs before Luers sees a team like Snider. So it's a great opportunity to clean things up, find out what works and what doesn't, and get ready for a long postseason in postseason-like conditions.
That's exactly right. Rainy and 41 degrees here at Spooler Stadium. It is not necessarily a mud fest like Zollner Stadium, but it will be a muddy track down there. And again, folks, we don't have a whole lot of folks out here in the stands tonight, but it is senior night here for Snider, and the faithful here are supporting the seniors, and we've got a really good look at the parents, brothers, sisters, fans, and the band is out here as well. So it is a great spirit on display here at Snider High School, Spooler Stadium. We're going to send things down to the sidelines and check in with Eric Pete, who's got coin toss results and a better look at the field. Eric, what do you have for us?
Well, hey, thank you, Sean. I've got a pretty good look at the field, and it's not much to look at. But I will say this. Of the two fields that are shared in the SAC, that would be Zollner Stadium and Spooler Stadium, Spooler's definitely in the better condition of the two. There are some bare spots in the center. There's definitely some slickness. But overall, not nearly as bad as what we saw last week at Zollner in that mud bowl. As for the coin toss, Snider won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So we will see the Luers offense right from the get-go. Snider kicking to the scoreboard, Sean.
All right, Eric Pete with us all night long from down on the field. Folks, we'd like to thank our game sponsor, Preferred Auto Group, with 2 state-of-the-art service centers. When you want to buy a car the preferred way, come to Preferred Auto Group. Remember, folks, too, our online partner tonight, Summit City Sports, broadcasting live. You can check out their YouTube channel and watch the game live, SummitCitySports.com, and go from there. So, again, we are hear the bell ringing from the track here on the home side of the field, and the bell is still up for grabs, and it is in Bishop Dwinger's hands. They've got a game over at Zollner tonight taking on Northrop. With a win there, they will clinch the city championship. But a lot of other teams have their eye on that game as well, including these Snider Panthers. Both teams are on the field. Snider preparing to kick this one away, kicking left to right on your radio dial or towards the scoreboard is Trent Ryder. And here we go. It is a shallow kick across the field, taken near the 30-yard line, looking for some room, and finally just going a little bit north and south and pushed out of bounds is number 4 for the Bishop Luers Knights, and that is Johnny Sewell.
Snider does a good job kicking away from the back men of the Knights. Justin Gaston and Jordan Presley were back there for Luers, and Justin Gaston had a punt return touchdown for a score last week, so he's back to his regular form after a couple weeks off due to injury. So it's good to see him back on the field in full effort as the offense takes the field.
Norman Kanapke, the quarterback, number 15, all SAC, probably will be nominated here in a few days. First team all SAC opportunity for Kanapke. He's going to be in the shotgun with a single setback. Man in motion is Gaston. Pitch to Gaston, end around right side, looking for some room. He's got a cut. He's into the secondary. Nice run for Gaston out close to the 40-yard line.
Nice run there by Gaston. He had a nice lead block up through the hole by Jordan Presley on a little bit of a jet sweep to the right side. Quick hitter for Luers. Gaston gets to the outside and gets close to 9 yards on the gain.
Brings up a second and very short and a lighted down marker. That is awesome. I like to see that here at Snider. 2 wideouts to the right side, and here's a quick slip. Oh, and it's in and out of the hands of Gaston. Hit him right in the bread basket, but he couldn't come up with it.
Quick rocket screen to the bottom of your screen if you're watching on Summit City Sports as Gaston had it hit his hands and bounce off. Tough play there for Luers, but he was open. That's a tough play, though, when you're going over the middle. You just don't know who's going to come and hit you.
So they burn the down, bringing up 3rd and short. Again, in the shotgun. Here's Kanapke. Pitch right side. That is Presley. He's got the first down and more. Gets hit in the linebacker core. Dropped after about a 5-yard gain out to the 45.
Nice block there up front by Sam Garrettson. Garrettson rotating in on this offensive line all season long. He's joined by Jack Sweeney at left tackle, left guard Michael Murphy, center Ben Rictanis, right guard Will Derrick, and right tackle Peter Suloff. Nice job there by the Knights to get the first down and keep the drive alive.
First down of the night for the Knights at the 45-yard line. Again, moving right to left on your radio dial. Here's a snap. Kanapke looks to throw. Throws over the head of the intended receiver that time. That was Presley, wheeled out to the flats on the right side and incomplete.
It's going to be tough for the Knights to throw tonight in these wet conditions as that one just sailed over the hand of the intended receiver. Kanapke approaching 2,000 yards on the season. He could eclipse that tonight if he gets 100 yards. He had 2 touchdowns last week. He's doing really well.
2 wideouts to the left side. Kanapke waves off, comes up to the line. Looking at the sidelines for the play. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Ticking under 12 now. Man in motion across the line. Fake to him, going through the middle. That's Presley through the middle. He's got room. The first down and more into Snider territory. Dragging tacklers, bouncing off tacklers. He could go all the way. The 10, the 5, touchdown Presley.
It was the Luers offensive line right through the middle of the play, making a great hole for Presley. Then he got in the second level, and it was all him from there on as he broke multiple tackles to get the end zone. He's going to be slippery tonight, and whenever the footing looks bad, you can always count on Jordan Presley to get to the end zone.
A 55-yard run by Presley. Scores 6 here early for the Knights. And now the extra point. Carter Drake is on for the attempt. The snap and the hold are good. The kick is up, and it is also good. So with 10:44 remaining, the Bishop Luers Knights hushes the Snider Panthers here. 7-0 is your score. And we're going to step out for a little 30-second break. Stick around, folks. You're listening to SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable, Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple. Transparent.
Football fans, Dr. Osinga of Northeast Chiropractic Center is our 106.3 sports media sponsor. You can catch all the highlights from past games on YouTube. Watch the touchdowns, tackles, and halftime interviews at youtube.com/Redeemer Radio. Well, the Bishop Luers Knights score early, and now they lead 7-0 against the Snider Panthers and are preparing to kick this one away. Carter Drake in to kick this one. Again, ball resting at the 40-yard line, kicking right to left on your radio dial. One man back deep for Snider. Windows are very foggy and very rainy up here in the press box. It's a short kick. Takes a Luers bounce through the legs of one return man, back deep, taken near the 15, 20-yard line, trying to get outside, hit from behind, and taken down near the 25.
Alonzo Derrick there on the return for the Panthers. Nice coverage by Luers as they try to do a little bit of a squib kick on this wet field through the first line, and it worked out nice. And you can tell the field's so wet, the ball almost died before it got to Derrick.
Yeah, with a rooster tail coming off, sure. All right, so here comes John Barnes and company on offense, number 17. He's a 5'10", 165-pound quarterback. Panthers wearing all black with the gold trim tonight. Senior night here. First and 10 from the 25, little draw, screen pass, hit immediately. Good catch that time, but no yards after the catch as he went to Drew Sims, number 7.
Tackle there for the Knights, number 3 for them, which is J. Johnson. Nice job coming up, avoiding the blocker and getting there right as the ball was caught. You know, a step quicker, and he might have had that intercepted. Yeah. He read the ball really well. Good start here for the Knights defense as they're led up front by Krieger and Rectanis in the middle.
All right, that's a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Snider Panthers. Here's a snap going to the left side, looking for some room. Anias Lockett finds some room, gets into the secondary and more. He has enough for the first down. That's number 33, Anias Lockett on the carry for the Snider Panthers.
You're going to see Snider try to get to the outside a lot this evening as Luers sometimes has trouble with covering the end with their defensive ends. It's tough to get all the way outside, and if you can't set the edge and get to the corner, if Snider beats you there, they're going to get to the second level, and that's what they did there.
Well, and again, we saw last week Snider doing a really good job against the Dwenger Saints, getting to that edge consistently. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball is placed at the 37-yard line. Here's a snap. Play action throw, and it's up, it's caught. Sims has it, breaks the tackle, tackled from behind into Luers territory down near the 45.
This is the Bishop Luers Knights secondary that's been tested all year long, and we expect them to get tested quite often tonight as Snider does like to air it out. It's a good chance for the defensive backs to kind of sharpen up before the playoffs. That time they gave up a little too much cushion. Snider was able to get a big chunk.
Sims that time on the reception. Looks to be about 18 yards that time. Brings up another first down for Snider into Luers territory at the 45. Give to the tailback. Lockett looking for something. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Dragging tacklers with him. Big scrum. He'll wind up with 2 after all that effort.
Snider tried to run it right up the middle, and big Gabe Hendricks was sitting there waiting on him. 337-pound senior just fell right into his lap. A nice job getting pressure and getting through the first line of attack and stopping him for a short gain.
Ball is now resting at the 43-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 8 for Snider. As they break huddle and come to the line, working out of that pistol offense. So single setback right behind the quarterback, and he is in the shotgun. We've got a wing back to the left. Here's a snap. Read option on Lockett. Bounces it outside left. Gets into the linebacker core and falls forward inside the 40 down to about the 38.
Tackle there by Nick Berkmeyer from the linebacker position as he tried to cover the running back on that read option. That's something that also Snider likes to run a lot of. It helps to kind of see what the defensive end is doing for the Knights, and then the quarterback either keeps it or takes it himself, and that time he handed it off and got a nice gain. 3rd down now, Knights with the chance to get off the field.
3rd and a long 3 coming up for the Snider Panthers as Maxwell checks in. Here's a snap. Another read option. Lockett this time. Oh, he's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. No gain that time.
Another huge play by Gabe Hendricks. That's 2 tackles on this drive, and that one comes at a great time, as it looks like Snider's going to bring out the kicking team. Great job by Hendricks. Alan Jackson, the middle linebacker for the Knights, leads the team with 75 tackles. The reason why he's so effective is because guys in front of him like Gabe Hendricks are able to take up bodies and give Jackson a chance to swarm to the ball. And that time, Hendricks said, "Don't worry, I'll take it myself."
Yeah, there you go. So a loss of 1 that time for the Snider Panthers. Brings up 4th and 4. And they look to the sidelines.
Always tough to punt in these conditions, Sean.
Yeah, that surely is. Everything has to square up. Here's a good snap. Punt is away, low line drive, and it's going to be touched up. It's not going to get into the end zone, and it's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Tremendous punt that time by Snider.
Yeah, I said punting's tough in these conditions, but if you get a good snap, a good catch, and a good kick, you have a chance to put it down near the goal line, because that grass it kind of just like hit a puddle and just stopped. Dry turf probably goes in the end zone, but Snider gets a nice break there, and Knights are going to start way back.
So Keegan Snoffer that time puts a coffin corner kick in, and the long road ahead of the Bishop Luers Knights. We've got 7:25 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. Knights on top. This will be their second drive. Their first drive was 65 yards, I believe, on 5 plays. Capped off with a 55-yard run by Presley. Here's a snap. Draw. Middle screen. Incomplete.
Middle screen there, looking for Jordan Presley out of the backfield. You saw 2 Snider defenders rush the quarterback, but 3 kind of sat back, so it was tough for Knappe to find Presley and try to get over those rushing defensive linemen who did a good job getting their hands up. That's a good play call for Luers on first down, just doesn't work.
2nd and 10 now for the Knights. Knappe standing in his own end zone, walks up to the line, barks out new signals. Single setback is Presley back there. 4 wideouts, 2 on each side. Here's a snap. Presley through the middle. He's got a little bit of room, punches his way out to the 5-yard line.
We're seeing Jordan Presley all night long to this point do a really good job getting through that first line of attack, and that is a credit to Coach Brent X and that offensive line that he's been coaching up all year long. That was a huge question mark for the Knights entering the season, but we've seen them grow as the season goes on, and they're putting it on display so far tonight.
Call that a 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6 coming up for the Knights. Here is a snap. He's looking to throw. Pulls it down. The ball is loose, and it looks like it's still on the ground. I think Snider might have it inside the 5. Where's the official signal? Oh, it's a touchdown. It was recovered in the end zone. A Snider touchdown.
Ball was recovered by number 22, Trayvarian Scott, the 6'3 defensive end, senior on senior night. Gets a gift as that ball's laying in the end zone. He hops on it. Knappe went to throw, and I don't know if he was going to throw it or if he was going to pump fake, but either way, the ball didn't leave his hand. And you could argue maybe, okay, if it was a throw, was it a pass? But he came down with it almost like he was going to run, so that's why they called it a fumble and not a pass. Really tough break for the Knights, and the first turnover is a big one.
Indeed. Bam Scott coming up big for the Snider Panthers. Excuse me. And the Snider extra point team is on to try and chip in one more point. So a defensive score on the books for Snider tonight, early on in the contest. The extra point is up, and it looks good. No, wide left that time. So 7-6 is your score here in the first quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. Stick around, football fans. This is SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Sean, boy, that last play, that touchdown by Snider, kind of reminded me of the old Tom Brady tuck rule, huh?
Yeah,
kind of bringing
right.
the ball inside. So tough break for Luers. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Knights do here on offense. That rushing touchdown by Presley was huge considering how good Snider's defense was last week against the run. Really the reason they beat Bishop Dwenger.
Yeah, that's a great observation. Here is the kick. High short kick this time, taken near the 30-yard line. backing up, trying to find some more room, gets out to about the 32, and that's going to be about it. So good field position here, starting their second drive for the, or check that, third drive actually now for the Bishop Luers Knights. 6:42 remaining in the first quarter. We are knotted up at sevenths here at Snider Spooler Stadium. Last home game of the season for the regular season for the Snider Panthers. And they will have next week off as they're in 6A, and they get a little bye week due to the size of that class. And here come the Knights, led by Storm and Norman Kanapke, wearing number 15. White jerseys tonight, at least for now.
Yeah.
Man in motion. Johnson, here's a quick giver on the edge. He's got the edge, running headlong north and south. He is number 5 that time for, the Bishop Luers Knights, and that is Brandon Coward.
Nice run there by Coward. Knights doing a great play design. They fake the jet sweep to Jay McJohnson, the wide receiver, and they hand it off, something that I'm looking forward to seeing all night long. The play designs by the Knights have been really good so far.
Coward gets a first down out to the 43-yard line. Kanapke looks over the defense. Here's a snap. Again, give to Coward through the middle. He's got a little bit of room, and he runs his way down inside the or outside the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Knights able to get 3 to 4 yards on every single carry so far. I look to them to keep going to the run. Cowherd, a really good change of pace back for the Knights. He had 2 touchdowns last week for Luers, and he does a good job. He's more of a ground and pound, a thump you right in the jaw type of runner compared to Presley, who likes to make some moves but's not afraid to lower his shoulder either.
That's right. 2nd and 6 now for the Knights. Here's a snap. Kanapke fires to the sidelines, and Gaston has it. Bobbled the ball shortly, does come up with it, gets north of the 50 into Snider territory, and that's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Knights.
Yeah, that time Luers fakes the handoff and goes to the quick jet screen to the outside. Gaston, nice job coming up with the ball and trying to get upfield and get a couple yards. I was curious to see how Kanapke would respond after that tough turnover last possession. He comes in completing 60% of his passes. He's a leader on this team, and he shows that he has a short-term memory. He's showing it right there. That was a nice ball out to Gaston.
Presley checks in. He'll be a single setback. Jay McJohnson slot right. And now we've got a whistle, stoppage of play with 7 seconds left on the play clock, and the Bishop Luers Knights want to talk about a few things. So timeout on the field, Bishop Luers. That gives us an opportunity to send it down to our sidelines and check in with Nick Gray. Maybe Nick has some early scores from around the SAC. Let's see what Nick has to say.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial play.
Bishop Luers and Bishop Dwenger and Northrop are battling over at Spooler Stadium, and we just heard that Northrop is actually leading that one 7-6. So Dwenger must have missed a PAT over there. So we're just getting going here, trying to dry off our score sheet, and we'll get some updates to you again real soon. Back up to you.
Thanks very much, Nick Gray.
You can hear the rain coming off his jacket, can't you?
Oh yes. Jeez. It is coming down. It's not a nice night here at Snider Spooler Stadium. Field is not in great shape, but is in better shape than Zollner Stadium, where the Saints are playing tonight against Northrop. 7-6 is your score. Luers on top of Snider so far. Luers with the ball facing a 3rd and 3. Man in motion is Gaston, jet sweep to the right side. He gets a block, turns it up, gets the corner, still on his feet. He's in there. He's going down to the 35. Drop near the 30-yard line is Justin Gaston.
That's twice we've seen that play run so far tonight, and they bring Gaston in motion. They hand it off to him on a jet sweep to the right. The only reason why that play works is because Peter Suloff at the right tackle does a great job setting the edge, and then you have Jordan Presley leading Gaston up through the hole, and twice now he's made a fantastic block, which is able to get Gaston to the outside, and then he gets to show off his speed and get the first down.
And that he did. 1st and 10 for the Knights into Snider territory, down about the 32-yard line. Kanapke in the shotgun. Here's a snap, little draw, and it's sniffed out. Presley has nowhere to go. He tries to find something and finally does. A late flag comes out. And I'm wondering do you think that might be a face mask?
Could be a hold or a face mask. It's right where the tackle was made.
Right.
Tough play there for the Knights. Let's see if we get the call here. It looks like it is going to be a face mask against Snider. So Luers gets a nice break there, and they get an automatic first down. As I'm pretty sure he signaled a personal foul.
He did.
So it will be 15 and a first down for the Knights. And that's a tough play for Luers to run there on that draw. It takes a while for it to develop, and Presley almost slips as he gets the ball, but he was able to keep his footing, which we're going to see a lot tonight as he has a lot of short, choppy steps, which gives him the opportunity to keep his feet and to make cuts on this wet turf.
Well, and you saw him spin around there. He does that quite often, but that also might have been getting tugged on the face mask there. So 1st and 10 for the Bishop Luers Knights inside the red zone now. At about the 17, pitch right side. Presley looking for something. Can't find much. He is tackled immediately in the flats out there.
As the Knights run plays that are designed just to lead up through the hole like that one, they're having trouble. The Snider linebackers are doing a great job flowing the ball. Nick Peasley and Cameron Miller do a good job making that tackle there. It's when Luers does the misdirection that they're having some success, which tells you those linebackers, the first sign they see going one way or the other, they're taking it. That time they make a great play.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Again, they're moving right to left on your radio dial. Kanapke in the shotgun, looks to throw. Throws it to the flats. Right side, he's got his man. It's caught near the sticks. And it looks like it might be enough for a first down. Trying to see.
Janarian Moore, I think.
Janarian Moore?
16? Yes, sir.
We're going to say yes. It's tough to see from the box up here. Let's get out of the glass. Yes, that is Moore.
Janarian Moore, one of the better hands on the team. He had a beautiful one-handed touchdown grab last week that made a lot of highlights around social media. They're going to go to him a lot tonight.
On 3rd and short, give to Presley. Tries to spin out of it. I don't know if he's got it. It's going to be very close. I think it's going to come up to the spot. They are inside the 10, down at about the 8. I think if he had got to the 7, they'd give him the first down. No, they're going to mark him short. 4th and inches now coming up for the Knights.
Second effort by Presley, almost gets it, but once again, Snider gets through the line of scrimmage. It looks like the Knights offense is staying on the field. A huge play here, 4th and inches to go. Let's see what the offensive line does in front of them. Let's see if they can get Presley into the second level.
Presley's offset to the left of Kanapke. Man in motion now. Here's a jet sweep to the left side. He's looking for some room. He doesn't get it. He's hitting the backfield and munched. That's Johnson on the jet sweep, and he does not get it.
Tough play there by the Knights as the first defender who came in for the Panthers almost made the tackle. Jay McJohnson was able to slip off of it and try to get more to the outside. It's one of the situations where if he could just cut it upfield and try to get forward, all you need is a couple inches. He was unable to do so. Snider stands tall and takes over on downs.
Yeah, that was a big defensive stand for the Snider Panthers there, deep in that red zone. And now they'll take over 1st and 10 at their 10 with 2:56 remaining in the first quarter. 7-6 is your score. Here's a quick give to Anias Lockett, trying to stretch that play out around the right side, and he'll fall forward for a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Tackle there for the Knights was Kamari Harris, coming from his outside linebacker position, playing on the left side of the field. Does a good job shedding his blocker and making a play, keeping Snider only gaining a couple.
2nd and long coming up for Snider as the clock continues to wind down now in the first quarter. 7-6 is your score. Bishop Luers on top of Snider. Late substitution for the Panthers now.
Panthers really taking their time getting the line of scrimmage here, kind of slowing down the pace of play. Only 10 seconds left on the play clock.
They're up to the line in the shotgun. Now a man in motion is Mantle. He's going across the line of scrimmage to the far side. Play action, rolling outside. Barnes looks to throw, throws. He's got a man. He's open. Hit, no good.
Incomplete pass. Nice job broken up there by Ramon Anderson on the coverage. He was one-on-one out on an island, which he finds himself a lot all year long, and he does a great job sticking up to the task. He was there right when the ball was trying to get caught, deflects it away. Nice job now on 3rd and long for the Panthers in their own end. Big play here for the Knights to get off the field.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Panthers here. Sims is going to be wide out on the right side. Single setback is Lockett. In the shotgun is Barnes. Here's a snap. Give to Lockett. Tries to find his way through the middle. He's hit early. No gain on the play. Maybe even a tackle for loss.
Tackle there for Josh Dippold and also Jack Sweeney in there for the Knights. Josh Dippold, a senior, comes up from that free safety position a lot throughout the game, and he plays almost like another linebacker as he's a bigger safety. Does a great job there sticking him right in the backfield, gets a tackle for loss, and forces Snider to punt out of their own end zone. This is scary.
1:36 remaining in the first quarter. An unfamiliar 3-and-out for the Snider Panthers. Trent Ryder into punt. From his own end zone, launches this one. It's a high end-over-end kick, angling out of bounds. No return that time, and it will go out of bounds in Snider territory. So a short field coming up for Norman Kanapke and company. Well, folks, Redeemer Radio would like to thank Notre Dame Federal Credit Union for their continual support of our Catholic high school sports coverage in Fort Wayne. That's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Getting ready to wind up the first quarter here. 1:17 remaining. 7-6 is your score. Luers on top and now facing a short field as the ball is resting in between the 37 and 38-yard line. Empty backfield now. Trips right, 2 wide left for Kanapke. Here's the snap. Kanapke looks right, throws right over the middle. He's got his man in line. He's off to the races. He's got it. Presley, touchdown.
I'm telling you what, I think Jordan Presley prefers to play on wet fields. It's amazing how much faster he looks than everybody else out there. He's able to catch it over the middle, and there were 4 or 5 defenders all around him, and he was able just to slip through them all to get to the end zone. Nice throw by Kanapke, and a great play design by Coach Stansky to spread it out early and go to the air. Touchdown Knights.
Call that a 38-yard strike from Kanapke to Presley. And now the special teams are on to chip this one in for the point after. Snap is good. Hold is down. The kick is good. Just made it that time. 14-6 is now your score with 1:09 remaining here in the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and step out for a 30-second break. The Bishop Luers Knights are on top of the Snider Panthers here with just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Stick around, football fans. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Score. Big plays are the story tonight so far, Mad Julie. And Presley is here to make a statement.
Yeah, and it's one storyline we haven't talked about yet that I'm really excited to see is Coach Stansky up here in the press box for the Knights calling the offense tonight. Spent a lot of years at Snider calling the offense there, so it's cool to see, and I'm curious to see the kind of gamemanship that goes back and forth. Stansky comes out and does a little bit unconventional, spreading them out and firing it down the field in these wet conditions, and it's working out so far.
Here's a ship kick through the middle, taken by an up back for Snider, and he's going to get a gain of maybe 5 out to about the 38, 39-yard line. And that's where Snider will take over in the waning minute of the first quarter. Again, Snider, they are led by John Barnes. He wears number 17 for the men in black. Anias Lockett is his running back there. Playmakers Alonzo, Derrick, Drew Sims, Dellinger, and Maxwell. Really hasn't gotten the tight ends into the mix yet tonight.
No, and it's usually a huge part of Snider offense. It has been for years, is to get those tight ends involved. Maybe they come out here with some play action pass and try to air it out again.
From the shotgun, single setback. Here's a quick give around the edge to the left side. Anias Lockett looking for some room. Bowls into the line. Gain of 4 maybe.
Snider having a lot of success running to the left side of that offensive line. Randy Holtz, the left tackle, and Nick Miles, the left guard, doing a great job getting some movement for Snider. They've come right a couple times and haven't had as much luck, but really doing well on the left side. And to round out the offensive line at center, Eli Nawa, 58, Will Schwartz, and number 72, Jermaine Wells at the right tackle position.
O-line averages 6'1" at 259 man-to-man. That was a gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6 for Snider as the clock continues to grind down. Might be the last play of the first quarter here. Here's a snap. Get to the tailback, looking for some room through the middle. Doesn't find much. He might eke his way out to the 45, and that's about it.
Tackle there by Will Derrick and Josh Dippold for the Knights. Will Derrick, a name that we'll call often from the defensive tackle position. He goes both ways as he also plays offensive line for Coach X. Does a nice job there making a stop to end the quarter.
And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. 14-6 is your first quarter score. They're going to swap sides, and we'll be back after this 1-minute break. The Bishop Luers Knights on top of the Snider Panthers live from Spooler Stadium here in Fort Wayne. Stick around, folks. We're back in 1 minute. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop.
Because it's raining. Back to live action here to start the second quarter. Very fast quarter break that time as the elements down there do not lend itself to a lot of gaps. So on that last play, Snider rolled out to the right, hit the tight end, wound up with a first down, and we are back to live action now. Here's an end around to the left side, putting on some jets, finding the quarter, the 40. Stiff arm out to the 35-yard line. And that is Alonzo Derrick, number 12 for the Snider Panthers. Another first down for the men in black.
Braden Cowherd tried to come up and make the tackle in the backfield. He was unable to keep his feet and get the tackle, so Snider gets a nice gain there around that left side that we've seen them target a lot so far tonight. Another first down, and they're putting some things together here, back-to-back big chunk plays, and their first down in their own territory.
Well, we talked about it. They got that tight end involved in that last play and opened some things up. Here it is on 1st and 10. Lockett this time hit at the line, dropped. No gain on the play. That's actually going to be a tackle for loss. Big 77.
Yeah, it goes to Jack Sweeney, another lineman for the Knights. It's going to play both ways as he plays offensive tackle as well. He does a nice job. You see this defensive line, like I said, they've been improving all year long. And this is a defense that has been, I don't know if mock's the right word, but they've always been the item of conversation when it comes to this Knights team. And they put a little chip on their shoulder, and that defensive line is playing really well tonight.
On 2nd and 11, man in motion this time. Read action, play action, He rolls out to the right, looks to throw. Barnes tucks it and runs. Taken down from behind. He will have some positive yards, but Sweeney is there again.
Yeah, nice job by Barnes to tuck it and run, and Sweeney comes all the way from the middle of the line to the outside to make the play. A huge hustle play. A lot of guys you'll see take a play off after they make a tackle, but not him. That's not the way his mindset works. It's the next play. He does a great job getting that motor going and getting that big frame to the outside to make a tackle and save it from being a huge gain.
Ball is at the 33-yard line, brings up 3rd and about 7 for the Snider Panthers. That same formation. The running back offset to the right this time. They flow to the left side. Decides to hand it off. That's Lockett. He's hit from behind. Taken down. Whistle dead. Alan Jackson.
Yeah, the team leader in tackles. Alan Jackson gets his 76th tackle of the season. Does a nice job getting to the second level. He came downfield quick as he saw that it was another one of those read options, and the quarterback has yet to keep the ball, so Luers are starting to key on that, and they're really going for that running back. One of these times, though, they got to be careful with their pursuit because he could keep it and run it the other way.
We're going to call that 4th and 7 now for the Snider Panthers. The offense remains on the field. They are at the Bishop Luers 38-yard line. Wing back to the left side now. Low snap, but Barnes has it. Looking to throw, has all kinds of time. Finally gets it away to the flats. He's hit immediately, dropped, incomplete, no good.
Incredible coverage by Alan Jackson. We've seen the Knights now. A guy makes a tackle, and the same guy's making the next play. First it was Sweeney. This time it's Jackson. Does a good job dropping back in coverage with help with Josh Dippled from behind. Swats the ball away. Turnover on downs. Nice job by the Knights defense. They stick up to the task.
Let's check in with Eric Pete.
Well, you talk about that improved defense. Keep in mind the last 2 games, this Luers defense has only allowed a total of 31 points through 2 games against Dwenger and South. This game, they're pitching a shutout. Snider's got 6 points, but remember that was a defensive score, so they have yet to allow any points from the Snider offense here in the second quarter.
Great point, Eric. 14-6 is your second quarter score as Bishop Luers takes over from their own 33-yard line. Kanapke now has a man in motion, and now we've got a whistle.
Looks like delay game probably.
Play clock was a little too fast for him.
It's interesting. It's not often you see a delay game right after a turnover on downs, but it took the Knights a little while to get ready. And, you know, they normally go fast-paced, but they have to run a play first before they can get into that fast-paced motion.
I believe that's their first penalty of the night for the Knights here in the second quarter. So very clean game so far. 1 penalty each for both squads. 1st and 15 now for Kanapke and company. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts right, and a single setback as Kanapke comes back from the line.
Dippled in the slot at the bottom of the screen, and nobody's on him.
Nobody's on him. Now he's in motion.
We're going to have a false start. It looks like on left guard for the Knights. Saw his back end kind of go up in the air. Sometimes you get that on the motion. The offensive line forgets that somebody's coming in motion, so when they first hear a sound, they think that's their cue to go, but instead it was for the guy in motion, kind of spooks him, and the Knights are moving back once again, so a tough start here on this drive.
That brings up 1st and 20 now for the Knights as they move the ball back to their own 22-yard line. Same formation. I think they're determined to run this play.
Still nobody on Dippled, so
all right.
That hasn't changed. Let's see if he comes in motion again.
Here's a snap. Kanapke, draw play through the middle, breaking it. Not much there for Presley, number 2. He gets it out to about the 25-yard line.
Nice job there by Travion Scott coming from the back of the defensive end position. Does a great job making the tackle for Snider. Situation where it takes a while for that play to develop, and it gives him time to come all the way around the backside and make the play, and it's now 2nd and really long.
Yeah, we're just actually going to call that a gain of 2 as they take it up to the 24-yard line. So 2nd and 18 for the Knights. Same formation, single setback. Here's a snap. He rolls out to his right, looks to throw, guns it. In the air, it's up. It is. He got his hands on it. Sure. It's good. It's a catch.
Yeah, he got his hands on it, and that's Janarian Moore. And when he gets his hands on a ball, you can almost guarantee he's going to come down with it. Nice job by Kanapke. Good movement outside the pocket to see Moore on about a 10-yard hitch. He turns around. The ball's right there for him. He goes up and gets it. And the Knights get back into 3rd and manageable now. Less than 10 yards to go.
They place the ball at the 35-yard line. That brings up a 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 6 now for the Knights. As Kanapke looks over to the sidelines. 8:40 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Kanapke barks out the signal. Here's a snap. Oh, no. What happened there?
It's going to be a delay game against Luers, and they actually get a break as that ball was really wet, and Ben Rectanis had trouble getting a hold of it and snapping it. And so it would have been a fumble for Luers, but they, I guess you can say, get a break because they get a penalty. It moves them back, but at least they get to keep the ball. It's something that we're going to see all night long from these centers. This is a miserable game if you're a center to try to snap that ball. Rectanis has been really good all year long and has been good tonight, so he kind of gets a break there.
That he does. 3rd and 12 for the Bishop Luers Knights now. 2 wideouts to the left side, 1 wide right, and a single setback. Kanapke has the ball, looks to throw. On 3rd and long, guns it over the middle. He's got it at the 45-yard line. Was it stripped? Was he down? It's a turnover. Wow, it is a turnover. Snider takes the ball away from Dippold, and it's now Snider ball.
Sean, I am very surprised that that was a tough catch for Dipple to make. A nice job by the offensive line. Good pass protection for Kanapke. He delivers a nice ball. Dipple catches it, and he doesn't even get down to turn. And I thought that he had it to the ground, but they called a fumble. If anything, an incomplete pass, maybe.
Right.
That was a bang-bang play, and it goes against the Knights.
Ball is at the 44-yard line of Bishop Luers. A new life for the Snider Panthers now. Twins to the right side. Here's a quick give to the tailback. New tailback this time. Still grinding it out, trying to find some room. That is number 30 for the Snider Panthers. That's Bennett, Lenny Bennett.
Bennett goes to that left side of the Snider's offensive line, and they're having a field day as well so far tonight. And it is a nice job getting a nice gain on 1st down. It's something we've seen Snider do a lot so far tonight is they get good plays on 1st down, but then they kind of seem to be stalling when it gets to 2nd and 3rd down. It'll be interesting to see here if they can move the chains or get close to 1st down territory here, as this is a pretty big drive for them.
That it is. 2nd and 5 now. Trips package, tight cluster out there on the right side. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Bennett hops of the line, stuck and dropped. Boy, I don't like to see kids doing that.
No, it's one of those situations where you're not even near the goal line, so I'm not sure where a jump really helps you, but he jumps right into the open arms of Alan Jackson. Alan Jackson takes him and plants him to the ground. It is a huge hit for Alan Jackson, but a very dangerous play for the offensive running back, Bennett.
Yeah. We'll call that a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 4 now for the Snider Panthers. Same formation. Trips cluster out there on the right side. Here's a snap. Again, give to Bennett through the middle. Oh, he's hit and dropped immediately. Again, Alan Jackson.
There's a reason why he leads the team in tackles, and he's shown it now in back-to-back plays as he fills holes better than anybody else in this city that I've seen personally. So he's able to stick in there. He's a big-shouldered guy. He's not afraid to take on a hit, and he's able to fill the hole there, which is exactly what Luers linebackers have been doing for years. It's the offense, it's the defensive lineman up front creating space, and then the linebackers coming up, filling, and being aggressive, and Alan Jackson does just that.
4th and 4, the offense remains on the field for the Snider Panthers. Braxton Mantle checks in, number 19. Here's the snap, quarterback, bootleg right. Barnes looks to throw. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run to the side. He's got the first down and a little bit more. John Barnes had nothing downfield and decides to get the first down by himself.
I've been very impressed with John Barnes and his decision-making so far tonight. That's twice now he's tucked it and ran instead of throwing a very tough pass on the run. That time he's able just to get up to the outside of Kamari Harris and gets just enough for the first down. So a heads-up play there by the quarterback to extend this drive and keep it going, and what was a huge play for Snider.
So off the turnover is a first down. They place the ball at the 34-yard line of Bishop Luers. Snider keeps the drive alive. Single setback is Bennett. From the shotgun, here's a snap. Looks to throw, checks off, going deep, double move. He's wide open. No, he's not. He's got man coverage. Incomplete pass.
Double move there on the outside by Snider, and Ramon Anderson once again on an island up there by himself. He's not exactly the tallest kid, but he's able just to play tall as he has great timing to know when to go up and defend the ball. That time he gets a hand on it and saves the Knights from giving up a huge touchdown.
That was a great defensive effort that time. And it results in an incomplete pass, so 2nd and 10 now for Snider. Let's check the clock. 6:49 to go in the first half. 14-6 is your score. Knights on top, but Snider is driving in Luers territory. On 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. And now we've got a timeout on the field. Yeah, Snider calls a timeout. They didn't like what play they had called, so they're going to take a little time to talk about it. Now's a great opportunity to let you guys know about the St. Felix Catholic Center. It's located in Huntington, Indiana. They offer one-day and overnight retreats with over 70 rooms. Be sure to visit Our Lady in her grotto and walk the 30 scenic acres. St. Felix is the former home of Blessed Solanus Casey. You can visit their website at sfcatholiccenter.com to schedule your next meeting or retreat. That's the St. Felix Catholic Center, sfcatholiccenter.com. Well, again, 14-6 is your score right here. The Knights on top of the Panthers. We've got a timeout on the field as Snider is facing a 2nd and 10. Timeout is over, and it looks like it's not over as one of the officials is talking to the alignment from Snider. Everything looks to be good. They blow the whistle. Here we go. 3 wideouts on the left side. Man in motion to the left side. Jet sweep left side. And he's got some room. Oh, big stick out there. Number 20 for the Bishop Luers Knights doing a nice job shedding his block and getting that open field tackle.
Yeah, Ramon Anderson does not only just defend passes in the secondary, he can come up and make tackles as well, as Snider does a good job getting to the outside as they were able to get to that second level. Anderson does a good job. That looked like that play could have gone for a lot more yards, Sean. Nice job by Anderson to make the tackle and keep it 3rd down.
Looks like 3rd and a short 3 coming up for Snider. Ball just outside the 25-yard line. Here's a snap, and now we've got a whistle.
Yeah, I got a penalty. Looks like he's pointing towards Luers.
Might have been lined up in the neutral zone, maybe. We don't know the call. Oh, no, it's against Snider. Oh, boy. So 3rd and 3 is going to wind up to be 3rd and 8.
A lot of confusion there for what seems to be a pretty easy play. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it is illegal procedure against Snider. It looks like somebody lined up in the neutral zone, maybe?
Could be. Yeah,
the sign he made is something that you normally see called on a defensive lineman, not an offensive lineman, but nonetheless, Snider moves back.
On 3rd and long, Barnes rolls to the right. He looks downfield, fires to the flats. He's got a man, hit immediately. Did he catch the ball? Yes, it is a good catch out on the far side of the field, and that will be enough for a Panther first down. That was number 13, Maxwell, on the catch.
Yeah, nice catch there by Elijah Maxwell as he had to get through a big swat by the Knights defender Joe Derrick, who tried to swipe in and knock the ball away. Maxwell does a good job keeping his concentration and moving the chains for Snider. That's twice now Snider's converted on third down. And this is where we see the Knights defense really try to stand tall as they get near their red zone.
Just outside at the 22-yard line, Barnes looks left, throws right, got a man crossing, gets out of bounds. I think that's Lenny Bennett on the catch for Snider.
Tackle made by Josh Dippold in coverage. That's a nice gain for Snider on first down as they've gone in the air now the last couple of plays, and it's really been successful for them. The Knights having trouble getting any pass rush as the ball is coming out very quick. So you look for those defensive linemen to get their hands up in the air and try to knock down some of these passing lanes.
Yeah, the chess match is heating up, as they say. 2nd and 4 now for Snider. Man in motion left to right. High snap. He has trouble with it. Barnes struggles. He has to go down and eat it.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Snider make a mistake tonight, and this is a team that normally doesn't make many mistakes. They don't commit many penalties, and they don't have many turnovers. On a wet field, you have to expect a team to make quite a few mistakes, and they've done a really good job to this point, but that one is very costly as you never want to make mistakes near your red zone, and now it pushes you back, and another 3rd and long they're going to have to try to convert.
Looks like 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Snider Panthers. They move the ball back to the 24-yard line. Or check that. Here it is on 3rd down. They throw right, incomplete, threw well behind the intended receiver. Ball was actually at the 18-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th and long for the Snider Panthers.
As soon as Barnes threw that ball, he kind of put his hands up like, where are you going? As there was some miscommunication on the outside with his wide receiver. So back-to-back kind of mental mistakes by the Panthers, and now another huge play here on 4th down, a chance for the Knights defense to get off the field and continue to have this momentum on their side.
Clearly a timed hitch route was on tap for Snider, but the receiver didn't know. So 4th and long now. Offense is on the field, twins to the right. Barnes rolls to the right, looking, throws into the side and knocked out of bounds and incomplete.
Joe Derrick with the pass breakup for the Knights in the secondary. He gave up a pretty big chunk play earlier in this drive, but he has a short-term memory, comes back out and makes a huge play on 4th down to get a turnover on downs. And a nice play by the Knights defense. They stand tall and get the ball back.
Eric Pete, what do you have for us?
Well, just really impressed by this play from the Knights secondary. That was really my only concern after watching the South game. They gave up 2 long pass plays to the Archers, and both times the wide receiver was sandwiched by 2 Luers defenders and still ended up coming down with the ball. So I was looking tonight to see this Luers secondary make some plays, play physical, especially on those long passes down the field, and they have done just that thus far.
There you go. Got a timeout on the field as an official took a shot. I don't know if he took the ball or if I don't know what was going, but an official went down momentarily, and then he seems to be back up and okay.
Yeah, I think he slipped, but
okay.
It just shows how slippery that field is out there. Even the referees are suspect to go down.
All right, the Knights are back on offense. They lead this one 14-6 here in the second quarter. 4:49 remaining. Kanapke in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He's looking, going deep, left side, and underthrown and incomplete that time.
Yeah, Kanapke trying to hook it up with Justin Gaston down the field on a fly route, a straight deep throw on that left side. Gaston turned to the inside. Kanapke threw it to the back shoulder, and when that happens, well, it's going to be an incomplete pass at best, and that's what it was there, as the ball was a little underthrown, but just a little bit of miscommunication there. But Coach Dansky and the Knights offensive group taking a shot on 1st down here. Let's see if they go back to the run game on 2nd.
Presley is the lone setback. 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Kanapke looks over the defense and the sidelines. Man in motion. Here's a snap. They fake the jet sweep. Give to Presley around the left side. He's got some room going north and south. He'll gain 9, maybe 10.
Good job there by Jack Sweeney, the left tackle for the Knights, as the defensive end he was trying to block shot really hard to the inside. So he had to pivot his foot to the outside and kind of just wall him off with that big frame of his. Presley sees it, makes the correct cut, which we've seen him do all year long, and he turns what looked to be a loss of a play into an 8-yard gain.
And he did. So 3rd and short coming up for the Knights. Ball at their own 26-yard line. Again, motion. Bobbled snap. Here it is. Give to Presley. Running through that line. Twisting. I think he's got enough for a first down near the 30.
It was a good snap by Rictanis. It was right in the chest of Kanapke. He was that's a tough play for a quarterback to make, as he had to fake the jet and then try to hand it off to the tailback again. And when you have all that hand motion with a wet ball, sometimes you can drop it. But a heads-up play by the senior to pick it up, not panic, get the ball to Presley, and the Knights get a first down. Nice blocking up front.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Knights are moving left to right on your radio dial. This is second quarter action. Kanapke in the shotgun, play action, throws out to the flats. He's got his man, incomplete. Well timed by the Snider defender.
Kanapke looking for Janarian Moore there on the outside, running the same kind of hitch play we saw earlier in the game where he goes about 5 yards down the field and turns around, and Kanapke tries to deliver their ball. That's a long throw for Kanapke to make, as he was on the opposite hash trying to throw it all the way across the field, and the ball kind of fluttered up there for a while, and it was a little bit of a nerve-wracking play, but it comes safely to the ground, and Luers keeps the ball here, 2nd and 10.
So 2 first downs, 2 passes for the Knights here on this drive. 2nd and 10 now coming up. Presley the lone setback. Again, man in motion, left to right. Again, give around the other side. Presley being hamstrung by the shirt sleeves, and he'll fall forward to about the 34-yard line.
A tray to the left side, which means the 2 back offensive linemen pull around the edge, which was Will Derrick and Sam Garrettson. Derrick led through the hole, made a nice play. Garrettson tried to turn around and make a play. It's tough on a wet field. He was unable to come up with the block. The Knights still get some yards there, as it was a great play design and great blocking up front, but now they have a 3rd and 5, which looked to be, it could have been a big chunk play.
Right. Okay, 3rd and 5 coming up. Substitutions made by Snider here. From the shotgun, Kanapke looks over the defense. Here's the snap. He looks to throw on 3rd down, looking, firing, going deep. Double coverage, and Moore cannot get there, and it's going to be incomplete.
Double coverage and a very tough decision to make the throw, but Kanapke makes it anyway, and he gets fortunate enough because the defensive back, Ethan Hoover, fell down in the secondary as he was the closest one to the ball. The ball lands safely, but the Knights look like they're going to have to punt, and was another kind of risky situation. Kanapke back to punt for the Knights.
For the Knights, their defense liked this drive, though. They were off the field for some time. They got a rest, and if the punt goes well, Snider will have a little longer of a field here. The punt is away, a long line drive, and taken on the run, looking for some room. He's got some room, getting to the outside. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, the 40, 35, the 30, the 20, streaking down the line, making a move. He's in for a score. A huge return by the Snider Panthers. That is number 12, Alonzo Derrick.
Nice job by Derrick. He was able to get to his wall, which was on the Snider sideline, and when he got past the first line of coverage, he was off to the races. The Luers' last-ditch effort was by Kanapke, and it's one of those plays that you have to hold your breath on because you really don't need your starting quarterback trying to make a tackle at the goal line. He was able to juke Kanapke and go into the end zone for a score. Nice job by Snider. Now they have 2 touchdowns, and neither of them coming from their offensive unit, but they're finding ways to score, and that's what good teams do. They find ways to score.
That's exactly right. We've got a timeout on the field by Snider with 2:44 to go. So Alonzo Derrick had a 65-yard punt return for a score, and we are awaiting the PAT. The score is now 14-12. The Bishop Luers Knights still on top of the Snider Panthers. We'll go ahead and keep things right here, send it down to the sidelines, and check in with Nick Gray to see if he's got any further updates from around the SAC here on closing regular season night. Nick, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, we are starting to get some action out here. There's not a lot of Twitter stuff going on. I think people are staying home, probably listening to you guys. So anyhow, Bishop Dwenger is leading Northrop 14-7. Carroll's out at Wayne, and right now Wayne is winning 14-10. Homestead's beating Southside 9-0. Columbia City's up on Norwell 7-0. Leo's beating DeKalb 7-0. And New Haven, Huntington North. Huntington North leads that contest 14-7. And really, that's all I have for you right now. I'd encourage you to stick around at halftime, folks. Looks like we're going to have Leslie Remenschneider with us from the Northeastern group. We'll find out all about that. Back up to you.
Snider preparing to go for 2 here on the point after attempt. Man in motion, flowing left to right. Barnes going to the right, looking to throw, throws it. He's wide open. He's in. Touchdown. Track that. Good. The conversion is good. Yeah. So the 2-point conversion works for Snider, and we are all knotted up here at 14s with 2:44 remaining here in the second quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. This is SAC football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM. Big run back. Wow. Mm-hmm. You're breaking up. That's all right. Along with Matt Geely, I'm Sean McBride. We're coming to you live from Snider Spooler Stadium, where the Snider Panthers have knotted it up with 2:44 to go here in the first half. It's all, again, tied at 14s here. The Bishop Luers Knights came out early and often against the Snider Panthers, but Snider has come back here in the second quarter on some big plays, and really none of them offensively. We've got a special teams score and a defensive score by Snider, so their offense needs to get going as well. But they are getting ready to kick the ball away, and here it is. It's a high end-over-end kick, opposite side field. Bishop Luers has it, and this is going to give a short field to the Knights, as the return man is going to be dropped near the 41-yard line. So, again, they kicked more across the field than they did down the field there. But, again, with Presley and Justin Gaston back there, they probably don't want to get it back to those dangerous return guys for the Knights.
Yeah, you're always taught not to play with fire, and that's a situation where you don't want to really play with Jordan Presley and Justin Gaston. They've shown even on a wet field they can be faster than everybody else out there, so it's better just to give up the short field and to get the ball to one of the upbacks.
Looks like it's going to be a trips package to the right side. Coward in the backfield with Kanapke. Here's a snap, give to Coward. Counter through the middle, grinding out a drive is Coward, keeping those legs pumping. Dragging tacklers down. He's going to gain 2, maybe 3 yards out to the 45.
Nice run there by Cowherd on first down. This is exactly what I expect the Knights to go back to doing, kind of ground and pound, kind of get everybody a chance to catch their breath, relax a little bit, put some successful plays together, and then you never know when he's going to take a shot over the top of the defense. But a nice run there on first down.
2 wideouts left and right this time. As Kanapke looks to throw on second down, he decides to tuck it and run. He's got some room, slides down near the 49, maybe the 50-yard line.
That's perfect protection up front by the offensive line. Michael Murphy, Ben Rick-Tanis, Will Derrick, Sam Gerritsen, and Jack Sweeney do a great job. They call it making like a cup, where you see the tackles kind of form around the back, and it leaves open in the middle. When the middle is open, you can step up in the pocket, which is what Kanapke does. He finds a running lane and gets some yards on what is a good coverage down the field by the Panthers. So nice job by the nucleus up front, and good decision by Kanapke to tuck it and run.
3rd and 1 now for the Knights. From the shotgun, here's a snap. Is he going to get there is the question. It's going to be the spot of the ball.
He's marking, first down.
He does say first down at the 50 into Snider territory, just past the midfield stripe.
He got it by just inches, and that's a couple of times now we've seen Snider's defense do a really good job on short yard situations, kind of plugging that offensive line of Luers, but nice second effort there to get the first down and keep the drive going.
Kanapke again in the shotgun. Trips package to the right side. He looks to throw on first down. Steps up. He's got trouble. He gets it. Gets out of trouble. Gets north and south. He's going to fall forward for a gain of 2.
Another good job. And you might look and see, man, that looks like the offensive line is giving up a lot of ground. But that's exactly what's designed. It's forming around him. He's able to step up once again. This time, not as much of a gain because a nice play by the linebacker, Cameron Miller, for Snider. But Kanapke does a good job once again stepping up and getting some yards.
All right, so a timeout on the field here, taken by Bishop Luers. When they come back, they're going to be looking at second and we'll call that 7 coming up, as the ball is now resting at the Snider 46-yard line. Well, football fans, rejoice here on Redeemer Radio. Tomorrow, it is a 2-time national champion, University of St. Francis Cougars back here at home at Darcy Stadium. Our broadcast will begin at 11:45. Game time is at noon. Catch all the action with Joe Parson and the Redeemer Radio Sport Crew at 106.3 FM. And next Friday, we will be back with playoff action as the Bishop Dwenger Saints travel south to Logansport to open up their sectional play. We spent quite a bit of time off the air talking about what if, where, and all that kind of good stuff. We've got a pretty good idea of the map in the road to Lucas Oil, and we will keep you apprised of those decisions. But the games have to be played first, right, Matt?
Yep.
It's not a given.
If you ever need a travel agent, our sideline reporter Eric Pete is pretty good at setting up some plans. I'm pretty excited about these next couple weeks.
That's right. On second down, could be the last play of the first half. Here's a screen, middle screen. Presley has it. He's got some room. He gets the first down, slips, and he is going to be stopped at the 35-yard line. And he's going to be stopped with about 5 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, 54 seconds there on the clock.
Oh, is that 54?
Tough to see with the rain coming through the windshield, but you see the up-tempo now for the Knights. They're one of the best screen teams in the city. They do a good job there getting the ball to Presley, and here they go, fast pace.
1st and 10, no huddle offense. Here's a snap. Kanapke again looks to throw. He's got time. Throws deep, right side, down the seam. Incomplete pass. Going for Janarian Moore and incomplete. That stops the clock with 36 seconds to go here in the first half.
Kanapke does another nice job. He's taking a shot deep in coverage to Janarian Moore, one of his favorite targets down the field, but he's throwing them in situations where only Moore could get the ball and nobody else, and that's a smart quarterback play there. It stops the clock, gives you a chance to catch your breath, except for the Knights don't take much of it, and here they go on second down.
From the 35-yard line of Snider, here's Kanapke with the snap. Again, looks to throw on second down. Has time. Throws short. It's picked off. He's got a run back. Hops still on his feet. Finally getting taken down in Bishop Luers territory. And that is a rare interception by Kanapke.
Yeah, it was a tough throw for Kanapke. He had all day in the backfield to try to find somebody. He decided to go to Josh Dippold, coming over the middle, kind of threw it behind him, right into the hands of the defender. Nice job there by Snider to get the turnover. And now with 24 seconds left, they have a chance here on their side, on the Luers side of the field, to maybe get some more points and take the lead before half.
Let's see what they do. They place the ball at the 44-yard line of Bishop Luers after the return. Offense comes out. Barnes, number 17. He'll be in the shotgun with a single setback. That's Lockett. Here's a snap. Fake it to Lockett. Throws over the middle, over the top, and incomplete that time. Good coverage out there. Was going for the tight end. Little seam route there, and no good.
Yeah, coverage by Josh Dippold down the field. He comes back after playing wide receiver, and he plays a little cornerback as well, where he spends most of his time. Nice job there breaking up that pass. I think Snider's probably going to take maybe 1 or 2 more shots here before they just let it go. 19 seconds left in the quarter, so they can take another shot deep. Look for that secondary to try to stand tall again for the Knights.
2 wide outs to the left side, 1 wide right, and a single setback with Barnes in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He rolls to his left. He looks to throw. Opens up. Fires deep left side. He's got a man in and out of the hands. Pushed out of bounds. No good.
It's a couple times now we've seen Ramon Anderson. It looks like he's a step behind, but really he's just timing it right. Yeah. Every time that ball hits the hands of the Snider wide receiver, he's there to bat it away. Another great job by Anderson, all alone on an island to make the play and keep Snider from gaining the big gain. Now with only 13 seconds left, third down here, you get to the point now where it's almost time just to call it a half.
3rd and 10 off of the 2 incompletions. Snider breaks huddle and comes to the line. Barnes directing traffic. Tight end to the left side. He's at the 40 and takes it out of bounds. Not much there for Alonzo that time. Alonzo Derrick. And he takes the ball out of bounds with about 5 seconds to go here on the clock.
Good contained by Gabe Hendricks and Jordan Presley for the Knights as they didn't get fooled by that fake at all on the reverse coming around. A good, tricky play designed by Snider. I like the play call. It's low risk, and it's able to have a big play opportunity. Luers does a good job staying home, and now a 4th down, 5 seconds left. Let's see what they run.
On 4th and 5, Snider comes up to the line. Going to be a trips package to the right side and a single setback. Here's a snap. He rolls to his right, steps up, guns it. Hail Mary deep inside the end zone, and it is up and no good.
Batted down by Justin Gaston. He uses his tall frame to go up at the high point and knock the ball away. A good throw there for Snider, but they're going to head into half tied with the Knights.
14-14 is your halftime score, ladies and gentlemen. Reporting live from Snider Spooler Stadium. This is SAC football here on Redeemer Radio. We're going to step out for a 1-minute break. When we come back, we will have our halftime presentation, which again is brought to you by Shawnee Construction and Engineering. So stick around, football fans. We're back in 1 minute. This is SAC football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Welcome to Snider Spooler Stadium. This is our halftime presentation brought to you by Shawnee Construction and Engineering, a full-service construction firm that meets and exceeds expectations. With a 94% repeat and referral business, when they say partnering for a lifetime, they mean it. That's Shawnee Construction, our halftime sponsor. And what a first half it's been. 14-14 is your score. The Bishop Luers Knights knotting things up with the Snider Panthers. Again, this is the last home regular season game for the Snider Panthers and the last regular season game for all of the SAC tonight, as postseason play is right around the corner. Matt Geely, we talked about this before the game started. Both of these squads have a few different points of emphasis for this game, obviously. And obviously the win is at the top of the list, but there's objectives. There's things they want to work on. They're getting ready for the second season. In your mind, looking at, let's start with the Bishop Luers Knights. Okay. Obviously, they want to come into this contest. They want to play a top-rated 6A school. They want to be battle-tested, battle-hardened, because this is what gets them ready for 3A competition from now on. And I think having stopped the Snider offense, 0 points on the board for the Snider offense tonight, they have to be in that locker room feeling pretty good about that performance tonight.
Yeah, there were two huge question marks coming into this season for the Knights, and they've stayed with Luers the entire year to this point. The first one has been the defense. That's been a question mark all year long. Everybody knows Luers can score points, but can they stop anybody? I've read that a million times everywhere I look. Everybody wants to know, can Luers stop anybody? And if I'm Coach Causey, I'm very proud of my defensive unit right now. Like Eric said earlier in the game, they've put together 3 really strong games, and they've played 2 really, really good opponents through that point with DeWanger and now Snider. And the defense is playing well. They're containing, they're playing as a unit, which is something that we didn't see earlier on the season, and they're making tackles. They're finishing plays, getting to the ball. And then the second question mark that the Knights have been having to try to figure out was the offensive line. Everybody knew the offense would be great, but they wanted to know how great it could be, and the only thing holding them back, everybody thought, was the offensive line. Well, Coach X has had that group working harder than any other group in the city all year long, and it's showing out there. They're making holes. They're getting to the second level. They're blocking well on screens. They're pass protecting. And when you put all of that together, it makes for a strong offensive unit, and as it all starts coming together, you can see how they can contend against these powerhouses in their class and in the SAC.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Great analysis right there. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Snider Panthers and what they're looking to get out of this contest and prepare for their run. Again, they've got a bye week next week, but that makes this night even that much more important. So, but for now, I think what we're going to do is send it down to the sideline for our halftime sponsor spotlight. Nick Gray, take it away.
Well, welcome to the sidelines, everybody. It's a miserable evening. To say the least, except that I'm pleased to be joined by Leslie Riemenschneider here from the Northeastern Group, and Leslie's one of our sponsor spotlights. Leslie, welcome to the sidelines.
Thank you.
Well, it's nice to have you here. Is this one of the first football games you've been to in a while?
In a very, very long time, yes. It's great fun, though. There's a lot of action tonight.
It's been a good game. Outside of the weather, it's been a real good time. So Talk to me a little bit how you got into the real estate business.
Well, I was in nursing for many years, and then I decided I would do something else. My back was giving me trouble, and decided I would try something different. And this is still a service. I feel like it's an important service that I render my clients, and helping them in a different way.
Well, it's nice. Yeah, you say helping clients, helping people, and really that's what it's all about. So talk to us a little bit about that, and a little bit about your DNA and how you help those folks.
Well, I think I am geared apparently for service and relational. Mostly I just want to help them solve a problem. If they need to buy or sell, or can't quite make up their mind, or they're not ready and they just need to get the house ready for someday, I like to work with them, sometimes as much as 5 years before they make a change. But it's fun to stay in touch. I meet wonderful people that way.
It is neat, and I think that's what I like most about Redeemer Radio is I get to stay in touch with a lot of different people, and then also meet new people like you.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's the best part, is meeting people and getting to help them.
Yeah, and it's a very difficult thing sometimes, very stressful, can be challenging, especially in this real estate market, to find a good partner, right?
Yes, it is a really interesting market. The market itself is very fast. That is, most houses are selling very quickly, but then you've got the poor buyers trying to come along and find the best house, and maybe have a lot of competition for it, and guiding them through that is really an interesting. It's a different dynamic than I've ever seen in the 20 years I've been in real estate.
It is. I mean, a lot of times we might watch some shows on HGTV or whatever, and you say, oh my gosh, they paid full price for that house, or even above full price. And, I always typically thought that was on the East Coast or the West Coast, but boy, welcome to the Midwest, right?
For about 3 years, we've been in the top 10 of real estate markets in the entire country.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's really new for Fort Wayne, but we're really just kind of catching up. During that recession, everything was really, really flat price-wise. So the sellers are finally, getting some money back for their house, feel like they can make a move, downsize finally. I work a lot with that people are downsizing.
So, and, talk to us a little bit about how your faith comes into play in the real estate market and you helping others.
Well, it's very important to me that everything I do puts other people first, and the integrity is everything to my reputation and to the way I feel about myself in the transaction. So sometimes I help people not buy a house. I've talked people out of houses on occasion just because I feel it's not a good fit for them, and just help them weigh the options.
Well, there you go, folks. If you're out there and you need some help in this real estate market, I would recommend giving Leslie Riemenschneider a call over at the Northeastern Group. She's been a great supporter of Redeemer Radio. Leslie, this was very fun getting to know you a little bit this evening. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thanks. It's a great game, too. I'm having a great time.
Well, good, folks. Once again, this is Nick Gray, and I've been joined on the sidelines for our sponsor spotlight this evening by Leslie Riemenschneider from the Northeastern Group. Sorry, my lips are a little cold. So with that, back up to you, Sean.
All right, Nick Gray, thanks very much. 14-14 is our halftime score. We are right in the middle of our Shawnee Construction halftime presentation, coming to you live from Snider Spooler, where the Bishop Luers Knights and the Snider Panthers are winding up regular season play. We're going to step out for a 1-minute break, folks. When we come back, lots more to talk about, including your first half numbers. Stick around. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Luers Knights 14, the Snider Panthers 14 as well. Just a reminder, folks, that locally and family owned for 35 years, Tim Didier Meats has built a reputation for fresh custom meat orders. If you'd like that special cut of ground beef for your next gathering, Tim Didier Meats can help. Prime rib, filet mignon, and Tim's own special ground beef, made fresh daily, can be ordered within an hour's notice. To place your order, call 260-482-8400 or find them on the web at timdidiermeats.com. We're coming to you live from Spooler Stadium, where the rain continues to come down. 37 degrees here at Spooler Stadium. The conditions are not good, and both of these teams are really battling hard here, winding up their regular season play. It is 14-14 is your halftime score. Let's look deeper into the score and go with the first half stats with Matt Geely. Matt, what do you have for us?
Well, we'll start out with the Snider side as the quarterback Barnes. He's 6 of 14 for 50 yards. He's also had 3 carries for 6 yards. Lockett has done most of the work on the ground. He has 10 carries for 24 yards. Bennett also has some carries on the ground. He's had 3 of them for 7 yards and 1 reception for 6 yards. As far as receiving the ball, it's been Maxwell, who had 1 reception for 10 yards. Derek, who had 1 reception for 5 yards. Dellinger, the tight end, had 1 reception for 8 yards. And Sims, the wide receiver, had 2 receptions for 21 yards. So not a lot of yards for Snider, only 112 total, 50 passing, 62 rushing. On the other side for the Bishop Luers Knights, Norman Kanapke has been through the air 5 of 13 for 75 yards. That puts him at 2,000 yards passing on the season. As far as running, it's been 2 carries for 9 yards for Kanapke. And Presley has also carried the ball, 10 carries, 81 yards. He has 2 receptions for 50 yards. That has given him over 1,500 yards total purpose for the year. So 2 milestones eclipsed for the Knights so far tonight. Gaston has 2 carries for 20 yards. He's got those both on the outside, and 1 reception for 5 yards. Cowherd, 4 carries, 18 yards, and rounding it out, it was Janarian Moore, the only wide receiver to have a catch so far tonight. He has 2 of them for 20 yards. So look to see Hedgecock, Dippold, Johnson, and Cowherd get a little bit more action in the second half on the outside for Bishop Luers.
All right, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're getting that interference over your headsets or not, but I apologize. We're trying to work on that. Don't know exactly what that is, but we're going to try and get that figured out for you, if in fact you're hearing it. If you're not hearing it, then it's just us, so don't worry about that. So I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and step out for a little 30-second break. When we come back, we'll talk about the first half and what to expect in the second. Stick around, folks. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Corey, welcome to the broadcast.
Eric and Jessica Teitzel, escorted by Katie Miller. Eric is a member of the trumpet section. He's been in the marching band for 4 years. He will attend Purdue or Ivy Tech, majoring in engineering or automotive maintenance. Jessica has been a member of the Color Guard. She will attend Ivy Tech or Purdue Fort Wayne and major in nursing. Owen Ulch is escorted tonight by Laura and Shane Ulch. Owen is a member of the clarinet section. He's been in the marching band for 4 years. He plans to major in software development. Danny Wells, escorted by Steve Wells and Rachel Hyde. Danny is a member of the clarinet section.
Wow.
He's been a member of the marching band for 4 years. He will attend either Ball State University or Indiana University in Bloomington, majoring in music or psychology. How about a nice round of applause for the senior class of the Mighty Panther Marching Band of 2018.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind.
Go down to Logansport, and we'll be on the call for the Bishop Dwenger game as they start their second season. Corey, thanks again for joining us. Have a great night, bud. Be warm. All right, Corey Kitchen reporting live from Zollner Stadium there. The Saints have it in hand as they go into the second half, but of course the game isn't over. We're reporting live from Snider Spooler here. It is all knotted up, so anyone's contest here getting ready to go into the second half of action. Right now we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit roundtable football here. Going to bring in my two football experts in Matt Geely and also Eric Pete. Eric, from the side of the field there, you were on the sidelines during the first half. Tell us a little bit more about what you saw, what was trending, and what you feel good about for both sides of the ball here.
Well, I tell you what, the Luers Knights, I mean, they came out and they've just been playing great football, and you see a lot of confidence on the sidelines, but most impressively to me, they're not surprised. They're acting like they expected this. They expected to compete. They expected to be able to keep things close with Snider. It's kind of going about business as usual, which is really impressive when you're playing a game like this. This is just not an easy place to play, Sean.
Yeah.
And that goes back not only this year but past years. If you look at the numbers, Snider has won 16 games in a row at Spooler Stadium against SAC opponents. Overall, 21 of their last 22, that lone loss coming last year in regionals to Carmel. So this is just a stadium where Snider does not lose. And through one half of football, Luers is going toe-to-toe. And if you talk about, special teams and defense and that aspect of it, obviously that's what's keeping Snider in the game. Otherwise, Luers would be up by a lot right now.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would echo that. And it's amazing how they are able to – this is a young team, a Snider team that we've heard all year long. They're young. They're trying to get their feet. They're trying to get better. Well, they're doing a good job facing adversity and coming out on top so far tonight. There's a lot of adversity out there on the field between the weather, the turnovers, the penalties. There's a lot that can make you hang your head and want to just go home and get warm. But they're out there kind of taking it as like a challenge and getting better on it. And then on the other side for the Knights, it's one of those situations where – you kind of weathered the storm. You really have yet to see Snider's best football so far. You're in this game. You probably would like a lead at this point, but on your side of the field, you're playing pretty well. Just every once in a while, you have a little bit of a mental hiccup, and it's setting you back because as soon as you give Snider even an inch, they're going to take it and they're going to bust it wide open and really make it count on the scoreboard.
Well, that's right. And, Eric, when we talk about these two squads, this is what we see, young or old. Snider graduated, 31 seniors last year, and here they are still very well represented in 6A ball, but this is what they do. Maybe early on that youth was exposed a little bit, but here they are. Now your sophomores by the end of the regular season are playing like juniors. Now your juniors are playing like seniors, and you're seeing some of that leadership evolve, and your seniors are playing at the next level as well. So this is the difference between a team and a program, and both of these schools have programs rather than just teams.
Oh, absolutely, and you can see the growth. If you've watched Snider throughout the year, you can see how they have developed and their players have gotten more comfortable and accustomed to varsity football and all the challenges that come with it. Two of the things I was looking at coming into this game, when you're looking for common denominators in their two losses this season to Carroll and to Wayne, number one was that Snider in both of those games was giving away the football. They had 3 interceptions thrown against Carroll, 2 against Wayne. So far, they have not thrown any interceptions today. And the other thing I was looking at was the vertical passing game of the opponents was something where they were able to exploit the Snider secondary. So if anything, I thought Luers might have success in the passing game, but the elements have kind of rendered that a moot point. And instead, it's been the ground game that has had success with Jordan Presley busting out a couple big runs. So if you look at the way that Luers has been able to build this lead, it almost makes it all the more impressive.
Yeah, no, that's a great observation, great point. Well, folks, we're getting ready to wind up our halftime presentation. It is 14-14, your halftime score. We're going to step out for our last 30-second break, and when we come back, we will get ready for the third quarter of action and round up scores from around the area. So stick around. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
Fans, Redeemer Radio would like to thank Notre Dame Federal Credit Union for their continual support of our Catholic high school sports coverage in Fort Wayne. That's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Well, both teams are back out from the locker room at halftime. The score is 14-14, and we are all knotted up. When we talk about the third quarter and fourth quarter here, Matt Geely, the Snider Panthers did defer, so they'll be getting the ball back. You've been in lots of locker rooms in many different situations. We're knotted up at 0. Is Snider surprised by this, or is this really kind of immaterial at this point?
I think for Snider, the message in the locker room is, we're lucky to be tied at half. And we know in this locker room, we look around, we know our potential. We know that we can play a lot better than this. And it's a nice feeling to know that you're going to come out with the ball with an opportunity to immediately go down the field and try to put some points on the board. On the other side, for the Knights, you're thinking to yourself, we've played a pretty good half. We have some things we need to clean up. But all in all, it's setting up to where we can really contend with Snider in the second half and maybe pull off the upset. So look for the Knights to try to continue to get stops on third down, get off the field, limit turnovers, and then for Snider, they've done a really good job airing it out, spreading it out, and really throwing it around the field, and I expect them to do a lot more of that coming up in the second half.
All right, good stuff, Matt Geely. Thanks very much for that update right there as we get ready to talk about the third quarter action. And I think we've got some time here quickly to take it down to, well, we got lots of time. They put another 3 minutes back on the clock here.
Time for me to talk, right?
Yeah, well, and I think what we want to try and do is see if we can't get a hold of Nick Gray and have him give us some other halftime updates from around the area. Nick Gray, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, I've just checked in out at Zollner, where Bishop Dwinger's taking on Northrop, and right now the Saints are leading over Northrop 26-7. Carroll's out at Wayne, and that one's at the half, and right now Wayne leads 14-10. Looking down the scores here, Homestead's beating Southside 22-0. Columbia City's up on Norwell 7-0. Leo over DeKalb 7-0, and Huntington North's leading New Haven 14-7. So that's where. Eastside at Angola, and Angola is leading that one 27-7. So back up to you guys.
Okay, very good. Thanks very much, Nick Gray. We are getting ready for the second half of action here. Again, it is broadcasting live from Snider Spooler, the Bishop Luers Knights, taking on the Snider Panthers here, all knotted up at 14. Right now, we do want to take a moment for a very special listener and maybe even a watcher at Summit City. But we did get a report that Principal Huth over at Bishop Luers High School is home recovering from major surgery. Doing well, as expected, of course. But we know he would rather be here with the kids and the families cheering on the Knights, but he can't be right now. So, of course, our thoughts and prayers are with Principal Huth and, of course, his lovely bride as they recover together from some major surgery. So, God love you, Mr. Huth. We're thinking about you, and, of course, our prayers are with you. So right now I think what we're going to do is wind up our halftime coverage with our final break. When we come back, it's the third quarter. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
drive in the third quarter, absolutely critical because it sets a tone. You made a decision at the beginning of the game about this drive.
Right.
Snider's getting the ball. So, again, what we want to see out of the Snider Panthers is, again, maybe even a long sustained drive or even just a big drive, big chunks coming off here. They want this drive to result in a score.
Yeah, and a lot of times you come out in the second half, and this first drive, it's going to be scripted. It's going to be plays that they thought about in the locker room that they're going to come out in a sequence and try to pull off. In order for that to work, they all have to go to plan. And for that to happen, you have to take care of the football and make smart decisions. Barnes has done a great job from the quarterback position making smart decisions up to this point. Look for him to get those tight ends involved, get that ground game going, and try to get to the second level against the Knights, which they've had trouble doing so far tonight.
That they have. I think both quarterbacks tonight have really done quite a great job. So let's see. Here we go. Third quarter is coming up right now. The kick is away. It's a low liner on the ground, going to roll out of bounds. And a flag will come out. Now the question is, will they take it at the 35 or make him re-kick? Again, the ball is 37 degrees out here. So what that actually does is that makes that ball more and more as it gets wetter and wetter and muddier and colder and colder. It's like a rock, at this point. So very hard to pass, very hard to kick, and so special teams play could very much be affected here. We saw Snider, again, down in the red zone with opportunities to kick. They kept the ball in the hands of the offense because it's very dicey to kick the ball at this point. Here's the offense. Barnes gives it the tailback. Lockett finds some room through the middle and finally stuck in the linebacker core, but not before he gets north of the 40 out to the 42-yard line.
Good block up front for the Panthers by Nick Miles from the right guard position. He gets to the second level and does a nice block on Kamari Harris, which allows Snider to get that big gain on first down. By doing that, they get a nice second and manageable, and this is where they like to take shots down the field. Let's see what they do here.
Call that 2nd and 3 after the gain of 7. Barnes in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Give to the tailback around the fine, spinning through the middle. Gets a first down, dragging tacklers with him into Luers territory is Lockett.
Great individual effort there by Lockett as he was able to avoid some tackling. And this is something that we saw earlier in the year kind of plague the Knights defense, and that's missed tackles. They've done a good job so far tonight, but as these running backs get a little slippier, you have to make sure you wrap up, bite the ball, and take the man to the ground. They had trouble there on that play, and it's a first down for the Panthers.
That's it. 1st and 10 for the Snider Panthers into Bishop Luers territory. Ball resting now at the 49-yard line. Wide out left and right now, man in motion. Here's a snap, give to the tailback, finding some room, gets in, chased down from behind. Nice job that time. Believe that Lockett was tackled by, is that Jackson?
That's Will Derrick, number 55 for the Knights. He comes from this defensive tackle position. Normally you want your defensive tackles making the tackle at the line of scrimmage, not 8 yards down the field. But he does a good job nonetheless. Good effort to stay with the play, make the tackle, and keep it from being a huge gain for Snider. This Snider offensive line has come out in the second half with a chip on their shoulder, and they're making some really nice blocks up front, and they're really establishing the run to this point.
That they are. Ball, this drive started at the 35-yard line. Now they are into Luers territory. Ball now in between the 41 and 42 of Luers. In case you're just joining us, this is third quarter action. We're tied at 14. Snider, this is their first drive of the third quarter. And they're facing a 2nd and 3 now. Trips package to the left side. Single setback. Now a man in motion from left to right. Here's a snap. Play action. Looks to throw into the flats. He's got his man and dropped that time. As Drew Sims was the intended receiver. We talked about Sims tonight. He's had some good moments, but he's also had a couple dropsies as well.
Yeah, it was one of those plays where it wasn't necessarily going to go for a lot of yards as Josh Dipple was really good in coverage, just waiting there for him to catch it. But it's one of those plays where he probably could have got upfield and got at least the first down. But it looks like they're going to put it to 2nd down.
What's going on here? Are they going to mark off a penalty?
I didn't see a flag on the field, Sean. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't either, but they are marching the ball back.
Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down. And it looks like we got a false start against Snider is the call. So the play doesn't count, so it is 2nd down. They moved them back, and now it's about 2nd and 8 to go.
Yep.
So let's see. I would imagine they were going to go back to that run game that got them to this point. The last couple plays, they've tried to air it out, and it hasn't been working very well.
Ball now at the 47. Wing back goes from the left to the right. Oh, now we've got a tight end, a little aggressive for Snider, and that's going to be another false start against the Snider Panthers. So 10 yards now.
If I was a betting man, I would say that was going to be a run to the right side because he was very aggressive, run blocking up into the line of scrimmage, almost like he knew that it was going to come right behind him.
Right.
Just a little too early, and now back-to-back mental mistakes for the Panthers, and it pushes them way back here on second down.
Yeah, my job is to seal, and I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
All right, so 10 yards assessed against the Snider Panthers, 5 yards at a time. Still second down. Looks to be about 2nd and 13 now for the Panthers. Here's a snap. Little low. He fires off to the left side. He's got his man in the flats. Spinning out of a couple tackles. Still on his feet. Gets the first down and a little bit more.
That was Alonzo Derrick. He's having a game for Snider. He's one of the only receivers that's really consistently getting open and making plays. He makes another big play right there, catches the little quick slant at the top of the screen, and is able to beat some defenders and get the first down and a lot more. So after getting pushed all the way back, they get all the yards back, and Snider is now rolling once again.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball resting at the 36-yard line of Luers. Here's a snap, tailback, Lockett around the left side. Breaks one tackle, breaks two, gets the first down, it looks like, on the far side of the field.
Back to running on that left side, something they did all first half, and it continues to work for them. So they get really close to the first down marker as they take a look at it. It looks like he's going to be just about a yard short.
Yep. So 2nd and short coming up for the Panthers as they drive deeper and deeper into Snider territory. Check that, Luers territory. Ball is inside the 30-yard line down to about the 27.
Couple times we've seen this Knights defense kind of get put back on their heels in their own area, and they've able to fight their way out and keep them from scoring. Let's see if they can do it again here.
On 2nd and 1. Barnes in the shotgun. Looks to throw. Checks off. He's going to take it. He's going to run out to the flats on the left side. He's going to run out of bounds. He won't get much. That's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Panthers.
Yeah, they had to mark him short of the line to gain, and it was only a yard to go. And I almost wonder if he could have maybe extended that ball over and gotten it, but instead he loses a yard. So good contain there at the top by Gabe Hendricks and the linebacker, Kamari Harris, to kind of force him out of bounds before the sticks. So now 3rd down here. Snider's been really good 3rd and short. Let's see if they can convert this one.
3rd and 2 for the Panthers. Barnes working off the left hash mark. Wingback shifts to the left side now. Here's a snap. Get to the tailback looking for some room. He's got some room. Lockett this time gets down to about the 25, maybe the 24. That should be enough for a Snider first down.
Snider continues their pace of running it to the left side. This time they go inside left, right behind Nick Miles, and they do it. And he does a great job getting his block and getting the first down. With those short yardage situations, you really pick an offensive lineman, you run behind him, and if he does his job, you get the first down. Miles does his job, first down Snider.
Ball resting at the 24-yard line of Bishop Luers. Maxwell now wide out to the right side. Covered by Gaston. Play action, looking, throwing over the middle. He's got his man. Oh, in and out of the hands. Incomplete pass that time.
How many times have you heard me say this, Sean? Ramon Anderson is a step behind. Looks like he gets beat. The ball goes right into the Snider wide receiver's hands. He knocks it away.
Yeah.
Another incredible pass breakup for Ramon Anderson. He is having a highlight of a game, and he saves a touchdown there, and the Knights catch a break.
That they do. Braxton Mantle, the tight end, was the intended receiver that time. Ball knocked away, brings up 2nd and 10. About 8.5 to go here in the third quarter. We're scored all knotted up at 14s. Man in motion from right to left. Here's a snap. They fake it to him. Get to the tailback. Right side. He's got some room. Following his blockers. Being very patient that time is Lockett. And he will get down into the red zone, down to about the 13, 14-yard line.
Snider doing almost all of their damage on the ground so far this half. It's something that you can definitely tell they emphasize in the locker room. It's something they want to come out and do. They're establishing the run. They're getting into the second level of Luers. And with that, they're driving down the field. A long first drive. This is kind of what we talked about coming out of the break. Can they extend a nice drive and get some points on the board? Well, they've extended a nice drive. Let's see if they can put points on the board.
And they've taken a lot of time off that third quarter clock doing it. All right, here they are on 1st and 10 in the red zone. Barnes rolls out, fires to the flats. He's got his man, and he tries to make a cut. He can't. He's going to be wrangled down near the 10-yard line. I believe that's Dellinger.
This is definitely the Snider offense. It's run, 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 and then play action, pass to the tight end. That time, Josh Dipple does a good job in coverage and keeps the tight end from really getting a lot of yards on the play. And with that, Snider has 2nd down.
Dellinger easy to spot out there at 6'6", 230.
Yeah.
Actually has snow on top of his helmet. Everybody else has rain. All right, 2nd and 6 coming up. Hard count this time. Did they draw Luers off? And it did. This is going to be a free 5 yards against Luers.
They got 2 defensive linemen to jump off sides. It's the first time we've seen Snider go to the hard count tonight, and they do it at a great time. You have 2nd and long. You do the 5-yard penalty, and now it's 2nd and very short, and you have a lot of opportunities here to call a lot of different plays to try to get in that end zone. So a mental mistake by the Knights. Let's see if the Panthers capitalize on it.
All right, they place the ball at the 5-yard line. 2nd down, give to Lockett. Off tackle on the right side, being dragged backwards, but he will have enough for a Snider first down, and that's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3.
Dragged backwards by Gabe Hendricks. He comes from the nose tackle position, sheds the offensive lineman, and is able to wrap up the running back before he can get to that 2nd level into the end zone. So a nice job there to try to hold him out of the end zone, but a good gain for Snider on 2nd down, which gives him a 1st and goal now inside the 10.
6.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Snider's ball here in the 3rd quarter so far, and they are threatening to score. Here's a give to Lockett, bouncing it outside, left side, touchdown. Nobody out there to contain, and Lockett scores on a 3-yard touchdown run.
That was a drive that should be credited to the offensive line as they brought them all the way down the field, capitalized off by a read option. Quarterback Barnes gives it to the running back. He's been doing that all night long, makes a great decision to hand it off. He gets to that outside on the left side, which they've taken advantage of all night long as well, and get the score to take the lead, and it's all Snider so far in the 3rd.
That it is, a 65-yard drive capped off by a 3-yard Lockett run. With 6:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Score is now 20-14. Oh, it's a bad hold. They do get the kick off, and it's no good. Boy, oh boy, how many games have we seen that point after really come back and bite some teams in the tail feathers? Let's see if that comes true. 20-14 is your score here in the 3rd quarter. We're stepping out for a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Football fans, H&L Electric is your full-service electrical contractor. From commercial and industrial to residential, H&L can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business or residence. Call Pete Henry at H&L Electric. 20-14 is your 3rd quarter score. Snider with their first offensive score of the night happens here with 6:22 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Huge signature drive that time, Matt Gili. Again, they wanted the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They got it, and they took half the time off the clock doing it.
Yeah, they did a good job establishing the run all the way down the field and capitalizing it off with the run for the touchdown. I just saw an interesting switch on the field for the Knights. They brought Jordan Presley up, and he's kind of hiding as one of the second-row return men because that's a lot of time where Snider's been kicking it. Let's see if the kicker realizes it and still kicks it away from Presley.
Here is the kick. It is a high end-over-end kick taken in the backfield near the 20-yard line and sliding down near the 26, so maybe the 27. Not much of a return that time for Bishop Luers.
So a little bit of gamesmanship by Snider. They go pooch kick, pooch kick, pooch kick. Then Luers switches around the return men, and they kick it deep, right where Jordan Presley would have been. So a nice job there by Snider. Heads-up play, and they pin Luers back inside their own 20.
So Joe Derrick on a 7-yard kickoff return that time for the Snider Panthers. And here comes Norman Kanapke and company on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 27. Kanapke has a single setback, 2 wide outs to the left, 1 wide right. Taking his time, here's the snap. He's looking to throw on 1st down. Steps up, and he's hit from the side and taken down. Big-time sack for Snider.
Sacked by number 22, Travion Scott. 6'3", 215 pounds, comes from the defensive end position on the backside, gets through the line. That's the first time we've seen a breakdown in the offensive line pass protection tonight, and it comes at an unfortunate time on 1st down. So now backed up, 2nd and long, coming off of a score, this is a big moment for this offense to try to get something going, to keep that defense on the sideline and let them get some rest.
They call him Bam Scott for a reason. That time he sacked the quarterback. Let's see what Kanapke does in response here on 2nd and long. Man in motion. Coming from the far side, jet sweep to the short side. Looking for some room, not finding much there. He'll get out to the 25, maybe the 26.
We've seen Snider's pursuit get better and better as this game has gone on. That play would have went for about 7 or 8 yards in the first half, but after halfway through the second quarter, they started really flowing to the ball better, and they're getting their safeties involved, and they're coming up and making tackles. Good job there by Jack Sweeney to get off the ball and try to set the edge, but there's just too many Panthers there to try to run past, and now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and 12 here for the Bishop Luers Knights. Kanapke from the shotgun, looks to throw. He's got time, steps up, guns over the middle, low and nearly picked, but incomplete that time. So then that's going to do a 3 and out for the Knights as the punt team comes on.
Better pass protection there by the Knights as Kanapke had all day to throw. He was looking for Janarian Moore over the middle, unable to come up with it as the ball was pretty low. He seems to always look towards Moore when he has the opportunity to throw the ball, but that time was just unable to hook up with them, and now the Knights are going to have to try to punt it out of their own end.
So on 4th and long, Kanapke will be back there to punt the ball away. 2 men back deep near their 45-yard line for Snider. He has trouble with the ball. Does get the ball away, shanks it, and that is going to be rolling out of bounds. So about a 12-yard punt that time for the Bishop Luers Knights. And Snider exerting their force here in the 3rd quarter as they will take over with another short field at about the 37-yard line.
Really a nightmarish start here for Luers in the second half. After giving up a lot of yards on that first drive and the touchdown, then you go 3 and out with a sack and then a bad punt. That's just not good for the Knights.
Let's check in with Eric Pete.
Well, Matt just said it there. You look at this Knights defense, they got no rest. We had a 3 and out. Now they're back on the field against this Snider offense after that big, long drive. We'll see how well they hold up. Snider, the way they pounded the ball last time kind of reminded you of Bishop DeWanger, how they just run, slowly wear you down over the course of a game and then exert their will in the second half.
1st and 10 for the Snider Panthers. Here's a quick give to Lockett, bouncing it outside to the left. Gets into the linebacker core, gets a gain of about 4 that time before he's tackled.
Good job there by the Knights defense to try to limit them on first down, but Snider's done a good job this half getting some yards on first down, and they've really done it all game long. And when you get yourself in second and manageable, it opens up the playbook a little more. I expect them to continue to ground and pound until Luers proves that they can stop them, and so far they're having a tough time doing it.
All right, 2nd and 6 now for the Panthers. Again, I give to Lockett. Again, going to the left side. Not much there this time. Good team tackle that time by the Bishop Luers Knights.
Tackle there by Alan Jackson. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, and I'm going to say it again. This defense works when that front 3 get pressure. That time, Gabe Hendricks got off the ball, does a great job. He sheds 2 tacklers and makes the running back go wider than he really wants to. And when he does that, it gives Jackson a chance to come over and make the tackle. It's a team effort. It's a unit out there. They make a great play. They need another one here on 3rd down.
3rd and 6 coming up for the Snider Panthers. Here's a snap, play action. He looks to throw, guns it to the sideline. He's got it. No, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Or do they call it a catch?
I think they're saying he caught it. I thought I saw the ball on the ground.
Yeah, again, there was no real indication, but they want to keep that spot near the 30.
He's marking it as if it's a catch. That was to number 19 for the Panthers, who came up with the ball. Nice coverage there by Josh Dipple. Receiving that ball was Braxton Mantle.
Yep.
Josh Dipple does a good job making the tackle, and now it's 4th down. Snider's going for it.
4th and 4. The offense is on the field. Man in motion, left to right. Here's a snap. Get to the tailback. Going through the middle. He's got the first down. Still on his feet. Rumbling down to about the 21-yard line is Ananias Lockett.
That's just Snider's offensive line just instilling their will. A huge hole up the middle, and exactly what you're looking for on 4th down. Nice job by Eli Nawal and Will Schwartz on that right side from the center and right guard position, creating the hole and letting their running back get into the second level. That's a huge play, and that's one of those opportunities where you really need to get off the field. If you're the Knights, they're unable to do it, so now they got to play at least 3 more downs.
20-14 is your score. Snider on top here in the 3rd quarter and threatening. 1st and 10 now, just outside the red zone at the 22-yard line. Man in motion right to left. Fake to him. Get to the tail through the middle. It's the counter through the middle, and he is going to get inside the red zone down to about the 15-yard line.
Tackle there from the cornerback position is Gaston, makes the tackle for the Knights. A nice gain there on first down for Snider. They've shown a couple times in the red zone that they're willing to throw it, especially to the tight ends. It takes a couple of run plays before they set it up, but look for a play action here before long where they try to get one of those big, tall tight ends in play.
Gain of 6 that time, takes them inside the red zone, facing a 2nd and 4 now are the Panthers. Here's a snap. Again, give to Lockett, trying to get to the right side. Dragged down, tackled for loss back at the 19-yard line.
Mr. Tackle for Loss, Will Derrick, makes an incredible play getting through the line of scrimmage. That he has a type of jump off the line that I don't see very often around this city. He's able to really time the snap really well. He gets a great first step, and when you get that first step and you beat the offensive lineman, you get in that backfield and you make big plays. That was a big play. They need another big play here on third down.
That they do. 1:30 remaining here in the third quarter as the Snider Panthers line up with a 3rd and 7 from the 19-yard line. Single setback, 2 wideouts to the left side. Hard count. And I believe that's going to bring up a penalty against the Knights. It is. Another free 5 yards for the Snider Panthers, brings up 3rd and short.
This Knights defense this half has been taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And that's a huge step backwards as you had Snider in 3rd and long in a situation where you would expect them to pass the ball. Now it's 3rd and only 1, and with that, an opportunity to run it if they want.
5 penalties against the Knights tonight. 3rd and short here for Snider. There's a snap. Again, give to Lockett. He's hitting the backfield. He's dropped near the 16-yard line.
Jordan Presley was sitting dead red from the outside. Right when that ball was snapped, he had his mind made up. I'm going to rush. I'm either going to get the running back or I'm going to get the quarterback. He sees the ball's handed off. He goes right for the running back. A huge tackle for loss, moves him back about another 2 yards, and now it's 4th and 3, and the Knights have another chance. But they got to watch the ball here as they look for another hard count.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, 4th and 3 here for Snider. Offense remains on the field. Ball at the 16-yard line. Here's a snap. Give to Lockett. Dancing his way through the middle. He's got the first down near the 11-yard line.
Really, really interesting play call by the Panthers to run the ball there on 4th and 3. It just shows the type of confidence they have in this offensive line.
That's the word.
And this confidence they have in them is being shown because all half they've been showing they can do it. And when you show it, then you start relying on them. And now, as a player is down for the Knights, and that's the last thing you want to see going into the playoffs, is it looks to be,
I think it's Sweeney.
It's either Sweeney or it's Gabe Hendricks. It's hard to tell. They have similar numbers.
And they're both real muddy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
No, I think Sweeney is actually walking off on the far side. Is that?
Yes, you're right. So
okay.
It is Gabe Hendricks down for the Knights, so we're going to take a second to check him out.
Yeah. Well, again, we've got an injury timeout down there on the field. Got a clock here saying 28 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, which has been owned by the Snider Panthers. The Bishop Luers Knights had a 3-and-out here in the third quarter, but it has been all Snider here, and it looks like it will continue to be after this injury timeout. That the run was good enough for a Snider first down inside the red zone of Luers. The ball is placed at the 16-yard line. Snider up 20-14 so far, and again threatening as Big Gabe Hendricks makes his way up, and it looks like he'll make his way off the field under his own power. Okay, so that's good to see. Not good to see that he's hobbled, but good to see that he is up and able to make his way off the field.
Never want to see a player get injured, but it gave the Knights an opportunity here to kind of catch their breath as a defensive unit and kind of gather around each other and kind of figure out, okay, what's going on and how can we stop this from happening anymore? They're going to try to stop Snider here inside the red zone.
69 rushing yards for the Snider Panthers in the third quarter alone so far. Great heads-up work by Charlie McBride on stats. Here they are on 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Play action this time. Barnes rolls out, throws over the middle. He's got his tight end. Touchdown.
They went to the play action. They rolled out to the left. They faked the handoff, and they looked for the tight end down the field, and he is there to make the reception for the Knights. I'm pretty sure it was Dellinger, if I'm correct, Sean. And
yep, I think you're right.
They go to the big frame, 6'6", 230 in the end zone. He's able to go up and make the catch, and now Snider has a very comfortable lead.
Poses a big target out there. Eric Pete, what'd you see?
Well, I saw some full extension from Simon Dellinger to reach out and get that ball on his fingertips. And think back last week against Dwenger, he had the play that kind of broke their back and put him up for good there. Another huge touchdown here. Snider up by 2 scores.
Yeah, the big revert, and this point after is no good that time. So again, special teams coming up a little bit short for the Snider Panthers that time, but still the score 26-14 with 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC football here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM. Okay. So we've got one more 30 with the Knights of Columbus, and then we get into the fourth quarter. Am I right?
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
12 o'clock kickoff as the University of St. Francis Cougars are back home in NAIA Mid-States Football Association Mid-East League play, taking on Siena Heights. Again, game time noon right here on 106.3 FM. Remember, you can listen to us live around the world at RedeemerRadio.com. So Snider, with a comfortable 26-14 lead here with 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter, prepares to kick the ball away. Kicking from the 40. And it is a high end-over-end kick, driving Gaston back, touches it up, still trying to get a hold of it at the 10, looking for a seam. He's got a seam, turns on some jets. Ball is on the ground. He is able to cover at about the 26-yard line.
The only thing slowing Justin Gaston up was the ball on the turf, as he did find a seam, and he was going to get probably to the outside, and when he gets to the outside, you just never know what's going to happen. But a nice play as somebody came flying in. I couldn't grab a number, strips the ball from him. He's able to come up with the heads-up play, jump on it. He's a little gimpy getting up here, kind of trying to stretch out that right leg. Looks like maybe he got stepped on, or he's just kind of trying to work out maybe a cramp in the calf. But he seems to be okay as he's trying to stay in the game.
You know, Matt, it's interesting. Gaston made some noise early on in the contest, but other than that, we really haven't talked about him too much here in the second and third quarter.
No, we haven't talked about him or really anybody from the outside as far as the skill position. As Snider's done a really good job kind of limiting what Luers can do on offense. They need a drive here where they can get everybody involved.
First and 10 from the 26-yard line. Johnson in the motion. Here's a quick give to Presley. Tries to find his way around the edge. Not much there. He is stuck at the 26, driven back, thrown down, and a flag comes out.
Yeah, the whistle was blown because Presley's forward progress had stopped, but that didn't stop Snider's defender from throwing him to the turf, and with that, he's going to get a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down for Luers. So kind of a mental mistake there by the Panthers gives the Knights a little bit of a break here, and let's see if they can use that and build off of it and get a drive going.
From his reaction, it looks like that was called against Underwood. Personal foul that time, unnecessary roughness, and that'll move the ball up 15 yards and give the Knights a little more breathing room. And will that do it for the third quarter is the question. There's zeros on the clock, and that will do it. That's the end of your third, ladies and gentlemen. 26-14 is your score. Snider on top of Bishop Luers. We'll step out for a 1-minute break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Quarters are short. Jamie Johnson.
We are back to live action here, and the fourth quarter has started with a jet sweep by Jay McJohnson coming around to the right side. He gets to the 40-yard line and not much more there, and that's going to bring up second and long for the Bishop Luers Knights. Up-tempo game now as the line is getting ready to be set. Kanapke's in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Throws to the flats on the far side. Low one. Is it caught is the question.
Looks like they're marking it. It is caught by Moore. Nice catch on the outside for the Knights. The junior has been Kanapke's favorite target so far tonight, and he comes up with another catch there to kind of move him closer to that first down marker. Still a long way to go now on third down, and you start to wonder, are we getting near 4-down territory for the Knights as this game is starting to get away from them?
On 3rd and 7 now for the Knights. Ball resting near their own 45-yard line. Here's a snap. Pressure coming from Snider. He steps out of it, still is on his feet, gets back to the line of scrimmage, falling forward maybe for another yard close to the 46 is Kanapke.
That pocket collapsed around Kanapke very quickly. He was able to step up and kind of slip off of a wimpy tackle and to gain a couple yards. Didn't have a lot of time to look down the field, and that's a discerning feeling when you're a quarterback, but he was able to kind of keep his head up and go for a couple extra yards as now the referee wants to stop the clock and reset where the ball will be spotted. So it's going to be 4th down here, and the Knights are going to go for it.
On 4th and 5, Kanapke in the shotgun with a single setback. Linebacker showing blitz, then they step away. Protector stepping up. Here's a snap, a little low. Pooch kick this time by Kanapke. Takes a Luers bounce, and it will be touched up near the 22-yard line. So the Bishop Luers Knights decide to punt the ball away with 10:13 to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll send things over to Nick Gray, who's got scores and updates from around the area here in the 4th quarter. What do you have for us, Nick Gray?
Well, guys, Bishop Dwangers come alive out at Zollner Stadium, and they're leading right now 40-7. Carroll at Wayne, that's a battle, guys. Wayne's leading that one 14-13. Concordia, they were sleeping on the job, but man, they woke up here in the second half and they are leading 21-10. Homestead's beating Southside 29-0, and right now Huntington North's beating New Haven 21-14. Back up to you guys.
1st and 10 for the Snider Panthers after the Luers punt. Here's a quick give to the right up the gut. He's got some room. Breaks one tackle, cannot break another. Boy, he put the Jets on right away. Again, that's number 30 for the Snider Panthers. That's Bennett.
And there's a flag on the play. It came in really late, and it's going to be probably unsportsmanlike, and I'm not sure who it's going to be against, but it looks like the Panthers are moving backwards as if they think it's against them. Either way, there's only Ramon Anderson away from being a touchdown for Snider, as it is a personal foul against the Panthers. So another personal foul here in the second half against Snider, and it's going to push them back after what was a huge gain on first down.
Boy, oh boy. Big mistake that time, as Bennett's run is erased with the 15-yard variety penalty for Snider.
The question is, Sean, are they calling it after the play or before the play? If it's after the play, it's going to still be first down. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So it is going to be first down for the Panthers, and they're going to reset the chains, but it moves them all the way back to just about at the 20.
Yeah. So they're going to reset the chains. 1st and 10, it looks like. Huh. Okay. Right at the 21-yard line as the Panthers break huddle and come to the line. Man in motion from left to right, resetting the wing. And here's a quick give again to Bennett, looking for some room, dancing, running patiently, but not finding much there. Hit hard and taken down.
Yeah, tackled there by Evan Krieger for the Knights. Another nice run on first down, though, for Snider, and it's just something that we've seen him do all half long. And, you know, we didn't see it much in the first half, but you can just tell that they're just like, we're going to ground and pound until they stop us. We're going to keep running it. But once again, like we saw in the touchdown, they're not afraid to pop it over the top to a tight end. So it keeps Luers guessing, and it keeps them from really stacking the box like we saw a couple weeks ago against the Winger. You can't do that because Snider has a little bit more of a threat to throw that ball.
That's right. Gain of 7 that time, brings up 2nd and 3 from the 28-yard line. Again, another man in motion, going to the far side of the field. They fake it to him. Now an inside give, breaking it at the outside. And Bennett is off to the races, getting pushed out of bounds north of the 40, near the 45-yard line.
Good pressure there by Presley as he was able to get in the backfield and kind of square up to make the tackle. Then he got hit from, in my opinion, behind, and he falls to the ground, and that gives Snider a chance to get to the second level. And when he gets to the second level, he gets a huge gain. So it was just one of those plays where Presley was almost there, unable to make the play, and because of that, Snider gets a big gain.
Out to the 44-yard line and a fresh set of downs for the Panthers with 8:52 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, your score, 26-14, Snider on top and driving. Bennett from the shotgun, man in motion, going into the far side. And they give it to him on the jet sweep. He's still on his feet, getting north and south now, trying to make the cut near the stick, and finally getting pushed out of bounds near a 10-yard gain is number 13 for the Snider Panthers.
After a first half where hardly anything was really going well, then the second half, everything Snider's running is working. And it just shows that they're instilling their will against this Knights defense, a defense that really was up to the task and had a spirited effort in the first half. And the effort's still there right now. It's just they're unable to stop all these weapons at one time.
So Maxwell on a nice 10-yard gainer that time gives the Snider Panthers 1st and 10 in Luers territory at the 45. Barnes from the shotgun. Play action. No, it was a handoff. Bennett tries to get the corner, cannot, and he's going to be taken out at about the 42-yard line. So he does get a few yards that time, but not what he was anticipating.
Tackle there by Jordan Presley, and we've seen Presley play a little bit more defense more and more each week as the season goes on, as they give him a little bit more of an opportunity to play that outside safety position. He does a nice job there using his speed to meet the running back at the sideline and push him out of bounds, limiting him to a short gain.
Bennett remains in as the tailback. On 2nd and 7. Here's a snap. Give to Bennett through the middle, following his blocker, taking it to the outside, hit from behind, and Dippold. No, that's Presley with the tackle again.
Yeah, back-to-back tackles for Presley. And this is something I just noticed with this Snider offensive line, who's having a field day so far to start out all of the third quarter and now in the fourth quarter. They're getting off the ball together really well. They're all moving at the same time. They're coming off as a unit, and they're coming off the ball quick. And when you do that, you get into the first line of defense for the Knights quickly, and that's how you get into the second level and get big gains on these runs. If they continue to get off the ball as a unit, they can't be stopped.
3rd and long 3 coming up for Snider. Wing back to the right side, and again a hard count. Pulls Luers off. Yes, it is. Let's check in real quickly with Eric Pete with another observation.
Well, right before that play, I was about to say that Luers, this is kind of do or die time. They had to get a stop there on 3rd down to have any hope in this ball game. You know, about 7.5 minutes left. There was just enough time for maybe 2 more possessions if you act quickly. But giving them a 1st down there, I don't want to say that's the ball game, but that is a big blow to the Luers defense.
That it is. 1st and 10 as Snider keeps the drive alive in Luers territory. He looks to throw on 1st down, throws it, and that's going to be incomplete that time. Snider faithful want a flag as a kind of a late tackle, but
you're never going to get that flag.
Never going to get that flag.
When the ball was thrown to that wide receiver, and it's impossible for the defender to know if he caught it or not. So you finish the play till you hear the whistle, which he did. So that was a clean play, 2nd and 10. Interesting that Snider went to the air there on 1st down.
Right.
Great coverage in the secondary by the linebackers and cornerbacks for the Knights, and they're able to stop him on 1st down.
Working off the left hash mark. Real tight formation now. Wing back to the left side with 2 wideouts on the right. Here's a give through the middle. Bennett still on the field as the tailback, and he's going to bowl his way inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Tackle there by Alan Jackson from the middle linebacker position. The Snider offense runs a little bit of a tray left, bringing the backside guard and tackle, leading up through the hole. They do a good job trying to expand the hole, only get about 3 yards there, and now 3rd down. Another opportunity where this Knights defense needs to get off the field.
Drew Sims checks in. He's going to be the wideout on the left side. Man coverage out there. Here's a snap. Give to Bennett. Off tackle left. He's got room. Got the 1st down and more just out to the 19-yard line.
Play before, Snider brought both the backside guard and tackle on a play. They got a couple yards. This time, they just bring Will Schwartz, the right guard from the backside, up through the hole. He makes a nice block on the linebacker at the 2nd level, and the Snider running back is off to the races. Huge gain there on 3rd down, and now with the fresh set of downs, that clock continues to tick away.
That they do. It is still grinding down. 6:13 now here in the contest. Inside the red zone is Snider. Ball resting now at the 19-yard line of Luers on 1st and 10. Barnes gets a snap, give to Bennett through the middle, looks for something, can't find much. He's going to blast his way down to about the 15-yard line.
Tackle there by number 21, Kamari Harris for Luers, as he gets his name on the box score with a nice tackle there in the fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 5, another good gain on first down. It's like clockwork right now, Sean.
That's right.
You're seeing a Snider team well coached. You see the tradition. You see the way that they put teams away in the fourth quarter. And by doing that, you run behind the big guys up front, and you continue to get first downs and protect the ball.
26-14 is your score. Snider on top and threatening from the 15-yard line. Here's a snap. Bennett again. Right behind his blocker, pushing his blocker in front of him, still on his feet, grinding it down. Did he get in? They're going to mark him just shy. Wow, what a run.
Yeah, they did the same play they did that got on the big chunk on third down. A little center play to the left side, bringing Will Schwartz through the line of scrimmage from that right guard position. He is having a great game pulling for Snider. He's using his frame, and he's using his high motor to really get up and into the hole quickly. And by doing that, he's able to expand the hole before the running back gets there, and he's going untouched for at least 5 yards into the secondary.
Yeah, and he can hide behind him, too.
Yep.
You know, obviously, he's got his hand out there just kind of guiding him a little bit, and he was able to be well hidden. That was a great 15-yard run. Here again, they get to the tailback. That's Bennett. Does he get in? Touchdown. Boy, what a drive put together by Snider, exerting their will against the Bishop Luers Knights, and they go up 32-14 with 4:54 remaining in the contest.
This team is jumping on the back of that offensive line, and they're riding them all the way to victory, and they did that the entire drive, and they've done it the entire half. They've took what was a tie ball game at the half, and they just said, we're going to take this and do it ourselves, and they have to this point. And now with the score looking to be about out of reach, it's time for the Knights to try to put some things together to work on next week.
You know, it's been a real tale of two halves here. It really has. They came out and owned the third quarter, and now they are dominating the fourth quarter here. The Snider Panthers well on their way as the point after is good. So your score 33-14 with 4:54 remaining here in the contest. We're going to take a 30-second break, folks. Stick around. This is SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM. Wow.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
(33-14) is your score as we get ready to wrap up regular season play for the SAC here. It is the Snider Panthers over the Bishop Luers Knights with 4:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. A miserable night it has been. 37 degrees here at the last check. The rain has slowed, but still is coming down a little bit. And Snider, with a short kickoff to the opposite side of the field, goes out of bounds. Again, avoiding the playmakers for Bishop Luers there. Flag comes out, and it looks like
I think Luers is going to take the field position.
Luers
see
will
the offense on the field.
Be happy to take over at the 35-yard line. Let's go down and check in with Eric Pete.
Well, I tell you what, if I was the Snider Panthers, I'd be ringing the heck out of that victory bell right now.
Yeah.
This is the last SAC game they'll get to have it here on the sidelines for, as the Bishop Dwenger Saints cruising to a victory against Northrop. They will be your SAC champions 2018. So congrats to Bishop Dwenger. But, yeah, it'll be sad to see it go on this Snider sideline, but I'd be ringing that thing right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so, again, here come the Bishop Luers Knights on offense with 4:54 to go. And they mark this ball at the 40.
They're giving Snider's coach
It's actually at the
Tippmann
41, it looks like.
So I'm not sure why it's there, but that's where we're going to start. So I just think we should just start.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Ball's at the 41-yard line. Here's Kanapke in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Counter. Not much there whatsoever.
Sean, something worth pointing out as you went down to Eric on the sideline. Jordan Presley limped off the field. I don't expect to see him anymore tonight, but he just looked like he was a little gimpy after that kick return. He didn't field the ball. I don't know if he stepped on something funny or if he was just having trouble getting off the field, but he did look like he came up a little gimpy. So we're getting to a point in the game now where you want to establish some things on the offensive side of the ball and get things going, moving into playoffs, but also you got to keep your guys healthy.
That's all there is to it. No, he'd be out if I were the coach at this point. Let's get him healthy and get ready for the second season. Give to the tailback right through the middle. Nice scrum that time and a big push by the Big Uglies up front. Moves the ball down about 5, maybe 6 yards for the Knights. But the clock is now a major factor. They're down 33-14 with 4 minutes to go in the contest.
Great movement there by Michael Murphy, Ben Rictanis, and Will Derrick in the middle there for the Knights, and a nice run by Coward. He puts his head down. He's going to run hard through that hole. 3rd and 5 now for Luers.
Kanapke in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Oh, low snap. It's on the ground. Coward has to go back for it, covered up, and that's going to be a huge loss on the play for the Bishop Luers Knights.
Rictanis has been solid all night long, and you have to expect every once in a while a bad one to go through, and that one was about at Kanapke's shins, and Kanapke was unable to stop it, and when it happens, it takes you all the way back. So now with only 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining on the clock, 4th and a long, long way to go, getting to the point now where it's just kind of letting that clock run and you just keep an eye on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's all there is to it here as the Bishop Luers Knights on 4th and forever, 4th and about 18 here for the Knights. Kanapke will back up. Will he kick this one away is the question. Here's a snap. He does kick it away. And there is a man back deep for Snider, and a return is on.
This is going to be
near
interesting.
The 40, the 50, down to the 40 of Bishop Luers, and finally running out of bounds inside the Bishop Luers 40 at about the 38-yard line, it looks like.
One of the situations where you quick kick it and you hope that no one returns it because you don't have your return team out there. You had a lot of offensive linemen and a lot of wide receivers that don't play defense.
Yep.
But Kanapke and a couple linemen do a good job kind of containing him and making him kind of run out of bounds. And, you know, this is one of the situations where Snider's pretty good at kind of just running out that clock and kind of playing a good sportsmanship way to end the game. So I expect them to do the same thing right here.
Yeah, they should grind this out and call it good. 33-14 is the score with 2:50 remaining here in the contest. Probably even some clean jerseys out there for the Snider Panthers at this point.
Yeah, it's a cool opportunity. It's senior night, so an opportunity to get some seniors some love. If anybody on that side of the field doesn't get to play a lot during varsity action, it's a good chance to give them a good moment.
That's right. Now we got some substitutions coming in for Bishop Luers as well. Here is the snap. Get to the tailback around the right side. Lots of room there, more than enough for a first down. And it looks like, do we have a new quarterback in there as well? I believe we do.
Looks like number 18.
Yeah, number 18 for the Snider Panthers. That is Duron Swanson.
Sophomore quarterback, 5'11", 160 pounds.
So he's going to come in to manage the rest of the victory here for the Snider Panthers. That was enough for a Snider first down as they mark the ball down at the 25 of Luers. So again, some fresh legs in there for the Panthers. Still able to exert their will now. Here's the snap. There's the ring of the bell. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Not much of a gain there. Falling forward, though, is the running back for the Panthers. It's going to be a gain of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Looks like the second team unit out there for the Knights on the defensive side of the ball. So the Luers resting their starters now and getting ready to prepare for next week.
So Snider still working on some player personnel, swapping people in and out as Sims comes out. And they make their way up to the line. Again, taking their time, down to about 8 on the play clock here. Here is a snap, little low, give to the tailback. Number 24 bounces it outside to the right. Going to get a nice push and very close to good first down yardage that time is number 24, Lambert.
Good run there by Lambert. And as now both sides have their second units in, so That clock continues to tick away, and Snider continues to pound it on the ground to finish out this game. It's going to be 3rd and short now as you see a whole nother – it's like hockey out there, Sean. I'm seeing line
That's
changes.
Right. Yeah, line changes.
I wish I could give some of these kids some credit, but there's just so many of them going in and out, I can't possibly name them all.
No, not at all. Wholesale changes coming in at every position at this point as we are under 120 to go here in the contest. 3rd and inches coming up for the Snider Panthers. And now we've got a play stoppage.
Looks like timeout, Snider. That play clock was going to wind down to nothing. So can't fault them there. It's a chance to get some kids in and get some action that normally wouldn't. So they're going to take a timeout and get everybody kind of lined up.
Yeah, bring in their 2nd and 3rds. Make sure everybody's on the field at this point. Let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Eric Pete.
Well, we're down to the waning moments of the game. And, you know, if you're Bishop Luers, there's a lot of positives you can take away from this game. And as Matt has indicated all game long, it's about building for the postseason, preparing yourself to make a run in the playoffs. And in that first half, I thought Bishop Luers showed a lot of things they can build off of. So a loss, you know, it's not the end of the world for Bishop Luers. And remember last year they lost big to Snider, 48-7,
right,
and then reeled off 3 victories in a row to win a sectional championship, advance to regionals. So still a lot of football left to be played for Bishop Luers. I think they're confident on the sideline that this is nowhere near the end of the road yet.
No, great point, Eric. You're absolutely right. And this is, you know, from that perspective, a great way to finish off your regular season if you can finish healthy. And I think if Presley and Gaston look like they got a little nicked up tonight, but nothing really too major, we'll have to check on Gabe Hendricks and see how he's doing. But I think generally, overall, the Knights are going to come out of this pretty healthy and really in great shape to take on the rest of the 3A squads here in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, they get a good opportunity to go back home and host Heritage first round of the playoffs next week in what should be a good matchup. A lot of players, Heritage is one of those schools with the Knights that you kind of see a lot of back and forth. A lot of guys know each other, so it'll be a fun opportunity to play somebody outside your conference. And, you know, you go through these bumps all season long against better competition, and it makes you ready for these postseason plays. And you just saw from this defense tonight and against Dwenger, it was one of the situations for a half they stuck with them and really played them tough. And then you can kind of see the roster and how much bigger these schools are kind of weigh on you. You can't substitute out like you would at a bigger school. And because of that, they're bringing in fresh legs and they're getting more of a push up front, which has really helped them, Snider, tonight. And it's going to be something that Knights don't have to worry about necessarily coming up next, and they can kind of play somebody their own size.
Yeah, that's exactly right. When you think about that, just to even further that point on, Matt, what you talked about, how many guys are going both ways? You know, for the Bishop Luers Knights, quite a few. You know, when you look at Snider, no, not so many.
No.
You know, so again, that plays a factor. You got guys that really, whether the ball is on offense or defense, they don't get a break. You know, that's all there is to it. That wears on you. You know, that gets you prone to injuries. And a lot of fatigue then. But at this point of the season, they are battle-tested. You know, they've been out there. They are conditioned athletes. You know, the sophomores are playing like juniors. The juniors are playing like seniors, and the seniors are ready for those leadership positions. So, again, hats off to both squads here tonight. Snider is going to walk away with a 33-14 convincing victory over the Bishop Luers Knights. And, Matt, it was really, again, I'll say it, it's kind of trite because it's been used many times, but it was a tale of two halves.
It really was. It was the first half where we didn't see much out of the Snider offense. Both their scores were by one was a punt return and one was a fumble they recovered in the end zone. And the defense played really well, and they turned it on in the second half. I'm curious to see what their coach has to say about that second half performance.
Let's check in with Coach Tippmann. Eric Pete has Coach Tippmann. Go ahead.
All right, thanks, guys. Here with Coach Tippmann. Congrats on the win. What did you tell you guys at halftime? It was all knotted up at 14.
Well, we just had to keep fighting, keep playing. We had to make some adjustments. You know, credit to Bishop Luers. They did some things that didn't expect, and we had to, make some adjustments, offensively especially. And our guys did that, and it responded very well. The key was the big opening drive. Took a lot of time off the clock and marched it down and, put it in the house, and that was a big confidence booster for the offense, and then we're productive the rest of the second half.
Obviously, always building towards the postseason. When you play Luers in Week 9, what did you see from your team tonight that you can build off of for the postseason run?
Well, to be able to adjust, to be able to battle in the elements. Luers, we thought was maybe one of the best offensive teams in the conference. So to hold them to 14 points, we kind of gave up 2 quick ones on some big plays, and but we responded well, came back, and just played good fundamental defense, good fundamental offense, and played much better in the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach, for your time. Congrats.
Thank you.
Sean, back to you.
All right, Eric, thanks very much for that update. Folks, when we come back from our 30-second break, we're going to have final stats and our post-game presentation. Stick around, folks. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM. All right.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
In the playoffs, Presley ends up with 10 carries, 81 yards, 2 receptions for 50 yards. He also eclipsed 1,500 total all-purpose yards for the season.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, you know, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.